don't know how people have the patience to keep going with the timer, because the moment I'm like ready to go, I'm ready to go, and I can't be bothered, right? Like I can't be bothered to keep doing the timer. Hello, and welcome to the stream. It is I, your girl, Kitana-chan. You can call me Cat, because all my friends call me Cat, and we are all friends here. And Loki Pokey is right next to me right now, being so cute, so damn adorable. Hello, Loki. And you're probably wondering, gosh, Cat, why is there no music playing right now? Why is there only sound effects? Well, chat, you would happen to notice over yonder, I have a little iPod Nano over there, because I'm gonna be listening to my favorite podcast, whilst we Van-Lyfe. It is a spooky one. I think I'm like in season 3 or some shit. Honestly, I probably should have listened to the like it from the beginning if I was gonna do this on stream. But whatever, it's not like it's spoilers if you guys have never heard it before. But the Magnus archive is a really good one. It deals with the Magnus Institute, and they record spooky, scary stuff. People come in, they make their statements, and you follow Jonathan Sims. He's the main archivist in the story, and he's British because everybody's British, and yeah, so long story short, spooky things have gotten spookier. They're trying to save the world from something called the unknowing right now. And his gift is he asks people questions and they have to answer. So basically they can't stop themselves. And they're like people with like monster powers. So it's dumb, it's horrible, it sucks. But that's the long and short of it. And if you end up liking it, I would recommend going and listening to it. It's one of my favorites. I was listening to it back in 2014. It's all finished now. It's been done for quite a while. I think there's like 4 or 5 seasons. Each episode's like 17 to 20 minutes long, so it's not like hard to get through. Um, and yeah, no, I just like to listen to it. I started it over recently and I've been like super obsessed. And it was either I listen to it on stream while I'm playing a game, or I don't stream at all and I just listen to it. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I'll still talk to you guys and everything, but I am gonna be listening to it. And if I get copyright strike, I honestly I can't be bothered. Like I'm not a big enough streamer that this matters. So fucking whatever. Who's Will and why does he need power? Right? Why does? I've never played Camper Van before. This is my first time ever playing it, and I'm gonna be doing it with no musics. Because I want to be listening to this. So, I guess I suppose I should do story mode, but let's go ahead. If you have any questions about the podcast, if it's too loud, if it's not loud enough, please let me know. I don't want it to go over me, right? So, you tell me if it's too loud, if I'm not loud enough.
Rusty Quill presents the Magnus Archive.
Magnus Archive. Oh, did it just get louder? I thought this was a different game where you were multiplayer. Oh, I don't know, actually.
Episode 107. Third Degree.
So, how's it sound so far? I hope that I am louder. It's a tiny bit loud. Okay, let me turn it down. The strings do get pretty intense. But then Jonathan's kind of like soft-spoken, so you kind of have to like get past the I love the spooky strings though.
I've just touched down in O'Hare International Airport, following up on the address I received from Xiaoling.
Okay, now
Apparently
tell me
they
how
were
it sounds.
staying in West Pullman, Chicago. At least they were when Gertrude requested the statements forwarded onto them.
Sounds good?
I'm going to get a hotel
Okay.
and follow up the address tomorrow. I wouldn't normally bother recording here, but I thought I was being followed. I might just be jumpy. I'll keep my eyes peeled. The address didn't really pan out. The place deals in short-term rentals, and a dozen people must have gone through that apartment.
I don't want to burn it.
Stayed there.
Oh, are we burning it? Okay.
The owner did remember her, that old Brit and her son, but he said anything they left behind was either sold or thrown out. They did leave a forwarding address of sorts. Anything that came was to be sent on to the Usher Foundation in Washington, D.C., who I assume would send it on to the Magnus Institute. I asked him about circuses around at the time, and he said he didn't remember there being one, but a few nights while Gertrude was there, he had heard music like...
Let me pause it real quick. So Gertrude was the previous archivist before John, and she was she's no longer there. And he was trying to solve the mystery of what happened to her. And so whenever you hear Gertrude, that's what he's talking about. And the circus is the monsters that are trying to end the world right now. So
one of those little organs coming from West Pullman Park. I'm planning to make the journey down to Washington in the hopes that Gertrude might have visited the Usher Foundation. According to our earlier emails, they don't have any record of it on file, but... I did notice, however, that one of the Greyhound routes there goes through Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Now, according to the details Melanie retrieved a few months back, Pittsburgh is where Jared Key allegedly died.
Oh my.
He was admitted to UPMC Presbyterian Emergency Department, having suffered a massive seizure, and died less than a day later.
Oh, kitty bed!
I might have to pay a visit.
Pink kitty bed!
Also, I'm definitely being followed. There's a police officer. I saw him at the airport as well. He stood out a bit because he wasn't immigration or TSA or anything like that. He just looked like a Chicago beat cop. Well, I saw him again today, and I'm pretty sure he was watching me. The hospital was, The hospital was interesting. It's all very well being able to get people to answer your questions, but if they genuinely don't remember something, it's not always as useful as it seems. I only found one person, Lewis Brown, a nurse who recalls working the night Jared Key was admitted. His mother was with him, and I almost feel like Gertrude took a perverse joy in the pretense. She explained his condition to the doctor, though could apparently offer no good reason he wasn't in full-time treatment, as his cancer was by this point very advanced.
How are you doing today, Nya?
They did everything they could to save him, but he had a second seizure shortly after he was admitted, and there was nothing they could do. Unless he was somehow able to lie to me, this nurse, Lewis, honestly believes Jared Key is dead. Maybe I came all this way for nothing. There's one thing I very much do need to follow up on, though. Apparently Gertrude was arrested shortly afterwards. Lewis only heard about this second-hand, but she was apparently caught breaking into the morgue where Jared's body was being kept. I need some sleep.
Ooh.
I haven't seen the cops since I left Chicago, so maybe I was wrong. I'm not feeling so good.
Oh, I can only go so far. Got it.
I've been looking into Gertrude's arrest. I couldn't get through to Melanie, but Martin managed to find a few details online. Gertrude was arrested for trespassing, but released shortly afterwards without being charged.
How far is this gonna let me
I
go?
managed to track down the arresting
Not very
officer,
far.
one Jay Rebix, who said that she'd been found over the body of Jared Key, reading from a large, strangely shaped book. They'd been unable to determine if the mutilations on Jared's body had been done by her, and in the end she somehow managed to talk them out of pressing charges. Officer Rebix didn't remember what she'd said, but he did recall that she never returned for the book.
Whoa.
It was sitting in evidence for almost a year before,
as
far as Rebix was aware,
there we go.
Simply vanished.
Good turn.
I don't really know what to make of any of this. I'm confused, I'm dizzy. I think I saw the police officer from Chicago again in the station where I was talking to Rebix. I'm not feeling well.
Poor John.
Elias says, I got a letter, well, an envelope. It's a statement. There's a note to tide you over. I don't...
Ooh! These controls are weird.
Statement of Howard Ewing regarding his interview with an unidentified member of British Transport Police. Original statement given February 1st, 2010.
Now how do I switch an
Audio
item?
recording by Jonathan Sims, head archivist of the Magnus Institute, London. Statement begins. The room is hot. It's small and there are no windows and the table
What is
is cheap
happening?
metal.
What is all of this?
It shouldn't be so hot in January, but I think maybe
Why
they
does
just
it
got the
keep
heating
giving
turned
me
up too
stuff?
high.
I don't know what's happening.
When I rest my arm on the table too long, I can
tits
see
should
the
be
patches
working.
of sweat on the smooth
I don't
surface
know
as I
why,
lift them up again. I've asked for water and he always says it's coming, but it hasn't come yet.
I was gonna say I don't know why
He just sits there.
Spooky isn't working.
He's wearing the uniform of the British Transport Police, 3 pips on his shoulder, but he won't show me his
Yeah,
badge.
Scary Toss isn't working and I don't know
He won't
why.
show me any ID.
Tried to fix it.
Why are they doing this? I didn't do anything. The officers that brought me here were friendly, kind. It was only after they left and it got so hot, and he started sitting across from me. He's smiling, asking me questions again and again. What were you doing earlier tonight?
Oh, these
My
these
job,
socks?
I was doing my job, cleaning Moorgate Station, me
These
and
is
Kelly and
socks.
Vihan, with the night cleaners, and that's what we were doing. We'd done the ticket office and the corridors and the entrances, and we were getting started on the platforms. Why is that so hard for him to understand?
But this
He
is simple.
laughs, and I wince as sweat drops into my eye. When did you first notice something was wrong? We had just started work on the platform itself when we heard the tannoy come on.
Oh, Dim's panties.
I don't know how. As far
You
as
gotta
I knew,
put
it
them
wasn't
away
even
where
powered,
nobody
but there
can
was
see them.
that
You
slight
can't look at my
crackle, and
panties.
then,
Stop it.
This is a security announcement.
Stop looking at my
We all waited,
panties. That's so rude.
Confused, but what came out next
Don't
sounded
look at that.
muffled, like it was coming up through 5 feet of water. I couldn't make out any of the words,
Why
and
does
from
the
the
guy
looks on
sound
their
like
faces,
Vsauce?
neither could my colleagues. We strained to listen, but after a few seconds it was silent again. We all looked at each other, and
The cook plate.
Vihan started to shrug when there came an incredible shrieking noise from the speakers. It felt like needles through my eardrums, and it was all I could do to stay upright. I saw Kelly fall to the floor, clutching her head. Then it stopped, completely, and we all looked at each other again, catching our breath, trying to figure out who to report this to and how. How did you become aware of the train? The first thing I noticed was the smell. Even before the noise or the heat, there was a sticky, greasy smell in the air, like burning chemicals and spoiled bacon.
I'm gonna put my
I
kettle
tried to figure out
somewhere.
where it was coming from, and I realized it got stronger the closer to the tunnel mouth I moved. By the time I reached the end of the platform, I was almost gagging. The others looked like they had mostly recovered from the screeching tannoy and were noticing my odd movements and came over to investigate themselves. I saw Vihan pull a face as he approached, and I pointed weakly to the opening of the tunnel. I carefully climbed down onto the tracks and looked out into the dark that led to Old Street. That's when I saw it. What did the carriage look like? It was hard to tell through the flames. They were all over it, curling and writhing and crawling through the crevices in the wreckage.
A
It
lot of
wasn't
shit.
intact, though. Parts of it were clearly crumpled and broken, and I saw shards of steel and glass embedded in the
Don't
wall
seem to have enough
that was
room
lit
for
by
all
the
this
dim
shit.
red flames. What did it look like? There were people still inside. I could see them. Arms and heads reaching out of broken windows and split metal, blackened and rendered almost unrecognizable by the fire and the heat. But They still moved, and twitched and cried out in pain and terror, scratching at the edge of their burning metal tomb. But everything was choked and surrounded by a thick, acrid black smoke that stung my eyes and lungs, so nothing seemed the same from one moment to the next. What did it look like? It looked like hell. What did you hear? Everything.
Shit. I heard
The tunnel
shit,
echoed
John.
and funneled the sounds until I could hear every agonized cry, every
That's
pop and crackle of
terrible.
fire,
He's
the
talking
groaning
about
of
like
metal that matched
the real bad
groaning of
shit,
the
and I'm
wounded
making
and the dying.
light.
It all hit me at once, like the tunnel was pushing the tidal wave of sound out just for me. The shape was perfect for a terrible screaming oven.
Oh no.
From behind me, I heard the
Was
shouts
it
of
made
Kelly
for
and
you?
Leanne,
Was that
though
hole
I don't
made
know
for
if
you?
it was because they saw it too, or because they saw me
Oh,
fall
hell
to my
yeah, I
knees
fit
in
it.
horror. I could hear the
Oh,
tannoy
fuck
again,
yeah,
now
I
clearly
fit it.
speaking.
Oh, I'm so
Will
good at
Inspector
this game.
Sands please report? Will Inspector Sands please report? Over and over again. He smiles, and the tiny room gets hotter. Who is Inspector Sands? It's a code, one of the codes we use to alert staff to situations of disaster or fire. It usually means there's a fire. It's to keep people calm. It's meant to not cause any panic, keep them safe even if there's an emergency. He laughs, and I wish I could go home. How many people were on the train? I don't know.
A lot.
What sort of train carriage was it? I don't know.
An old one.
Where did it come from? I don't know. Did you scream?
Most likely.
Yes. At least I think so. The back of my throat was dry and hot and painful, so my mouth must have been open.
Apparently made
I
me
think I
some
was screaming.
yourself rather mix with water.
What were your colleagues doing?
That sounds so good.
Leanne was gripping me by the shoulders, shaking me, yelling at me to wake up. But I was awake. I was wide awake, and I think in some ways he was talking to himself. Kelly was walking past me, trying to battle through the choking,
I'm gonna put this
rancid
book.
smoke. I hope she was planning to try and rescue those trapped in the wreckage, but maybe she was simply trying to join them. I couldn't do anything to help either of them, and I knew that if I touched them, I would burn them. He inhales, as if in triumph.
My god, there's a lot of
And where are they now?
Can I layer
They're
the
dead.
shoes on top of each other?
At least that's what I was told when the officers brought me here.
Can.
They found no wreckage, nothing in the tunnels, no corpses wailing through an underground inferno, just the dead and burnt bodies of Kelly Dwyer and
No.
Vihan Prasad.
Can't fit that in
What do you love most in the world? The question sends a shock through my whole body. I know this is what he wants, all he truly cares about. I want to lie, to say that I love nothing and nobody, that I am alone in the world and he'll have to look elsewhere.
Hey, Leo!
My tongue burns in my mouth as I try to keep it still.
Can I not put that in the fridge?
What do you
Lame.
love most in the world?
That's lame.
My father.
There's a whole other
My
drawer?
father
I
more than
feel
anything.
stupid. Why can't I
Who
turn
am
this
I?
on its side?
I don't answer.
Yeah.
And he lets me leave.
Oh, jeez. Where am I
My
supposed
father
to
is
put
dead
this
a
stuff?
week later. A heart attack. At the
Trying to
age of
relax,
63,
empty
everyone
social
is
battery after way too
surprised
chaotic.
and saddened,
Well,
but not shocked.
as you
I tried
can
to tell-
see, this is going to be a very chill stream. I'm just playing a puzzle van game and listening to the Magnus archives. So hopefully this is nice and chill for you. So nothing too crazy today.
For myself, it's a coincidence that a heart attack is the most natural death in the world. But at the funeral, despite arranging it myself, despite selecting the burial plot and the headstone, I watch as they take my father off for cremation. And nobody can tell me why. They simply say how sorry they are for my loss, and hand me my father's ashes. I don't want his ashes. I know he'll be back, The policeman with 3 bright pips on his shoulder, and he'll ask me what else I love. And I'll tell him. Then he'll ask me who he is, and I won't say. I don't want to cause any panic. Statement ends.
What is it, Papes?
I'm going to bed.
Thank you for the compliment. It's not here yet. Oh.
I feel a lot better. I'd love to rattle off a list of potential other reasons for this, nice rational causes of recovery, but I think we're past the point of transparent rationalizations. It looks like the recording of statements has now passed over from psychological compulsion into a more physical dependence. I don't know whether this is some sort of classical addiction or something a bit deeper, but either way, this is not the time for experimentation. I am on a deadline, and if I need to be reading statements to stay well enough, then I suppose that's what I shall do.
That's so sweet, Glitchy.
What irritates me most is that Elias was clearly
so
aware
kind.
of this,
The fuck
hence his sending me this, which seems to serve no other purpose but as a restorative. But as usual, he chose to keep this very useful information to himself. I think I've reached another dead end here. I've decided it's the last one. The Institute needs me there, not jetting around the world following a cold trail that may well not have led to anything useful the first time. I've a Greyhound booked down to Washington, D.C. tomorrow. I'm going to stop in at the Usher Foundation, just in case they have anything that might help. And then I'm flying home. I'm at a rest stop. The buses, they're giving us a comfort break, but there's a woman here in the cafe, the
Greyhound
diner,
mention.
whatever.
Yeah.
In her car.
He's in
I
America
think.
right
She's
now.
following the bus. She's early 30s, I think, dressed nondescript, hard-wearing denim, old leather. She is definitely watching me. She doesn't look like she's coming over, I think. Hello? Can I help you?
Sure. Whatever you're reaching for, don't.
What?
Keep your hands on the table, and we can all walk away from this.
You're English?
So are you. Hands on the table.
Who are you?
Julia, who are you?
Down.
You don't know me?
Should I?
No, I guess, just, I mean, everyone normally seems to.
Good for you.
Not really.
So who are you?
Oh, Jonathan. John Sims. I'm the head archivist for the Magnus Institute, London.
Oh, you don't say. So what brings you down to the I-70? Pennsylvania.
Look, I mean, you're the one following me.
Told you we're asking some interesting questions around a few places back in Pittsburgh. And you seem to have attracted the attention of something we've been watching for a while.
That's so sweet, Glitchy. You're so freaking sweet.
You're riding with me.
Thank you.
I don't think so.
Then try to run. Go on.
So, kidnapped. Again.
Think of it like
The van got
escort.
upgraded.
Personal bodyguard. You're heading to DC, right? Come on, we can chat in the car. I'm sure you've got a ton of librarian stories. They might as well just fly by.
Do I have any choice?
If you did, you'd only make a mistake. Come on.
Are you alright? You seem,
Sure. Just keeping an eye out.
Thank you.
Waiting, you know.
I try. I don't like trying to be like. I don't
So
like
you're
being
from the
somebody
Magnus
that I'm not.
Institute?
That makes sense.
Yes. You know the Institute?
Oh yeah. Checked myself in there a while back. Ended up spilling my guts to this old woman about my dad. Just letting it all out.
Oh, that would be, Gertrude, my predecessor.
Didn't catch her name. Weirdest thing, really. Didn't mean to spell
Which
half
do I
of it,
like
but
better?
really helped me put the pieces together. You know?
I'm starting to.
You still haven't told me what you're doing this side of the pond, or why you're asking around about Gerard Kay.
Oh.
Would you believe me if I said I was trying to save the world?
Probably not.
Oh shit, that's so nice. Dog.
What about you? What brings the daughter of Robert Montauk all the way out here? And why exactly are you...
I like the green. A bathroom? No way, dog. Oh no, it's pink.
Hunting.
I like this one.
License and registration,
Can I see some ID, please?
of course. You British?
I have my green card, Officer Musterman.
And your friend?
Visiting from home.
Julia.
Does he have his passport on him?
Julia.
I assume so. Can't say I
Julia,
asked him.
that is,
John?
I don't think...
Step out of the car, please, sir.
Now, hang on a second.
Step out of the car. Pop the trunk, ma'am.
I mean, there's nothing in there.
I'm not gonna ask you again.
Fine.
Don't move, either one of you.
Hurry!
Oh shit. That didn't sound good at all.
Oh, bloody hell, Jewel. You said he'd stop after a couple of miles. Been near on an hour. Oh, look at my neck.
That was sudden. I was not
You knew
expecting
it might
that.
take a while.
Is this him then?
It is. John. Trevor.
To Trevor Herbert, the vampire killer.
Julia.
He works for the Magnus Institute. He's read all about us.
Oh. Well then, that's something.
My thoughts exactly.
Time for that later. You two helping or what? This one needs its head off.
You didn't kill it.
We don't know what it is yet, do we?
Ugh.
Well, the police officer... I think I have an idea.
Oh, do you now? Can you get the axe? It's in the boot.
I don't...
It's
Come
in the
on.
boot.
Right.
Ooh.
The Magnus Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a
Hold on, I have to
Creative
skip to
Commons
the next one.
Attribution
One
Non-Commercial
second.
Share-alike 4.0 international license.
That was one of
Today's episode
7.
was written by Jonathan Sims and directed
Get
by
to
Alexander
one
J.
out.
New. To subscribe, view associated material or join
Play. And then I have
Billy
to
Hindle here,
get
the
past
voice of
all the
Alice in the Magnus
ads.
Protocol, and novelist Abby Howard.
Dr. Maddie is determined to figure out.
Thank you all. We really appreciate it. And take a look at our rewards.
There we go. Yes,
Rusty
that's
Quill
true.
presents
But with
The
podcasts,
Magnus
I don't necessarily need to listen to them.
Episode 108. Monologue.
Why is this sideways? Why can't you would think you would be able to turn them, but I think you can't turn them because it's a puzzle. And you kind of just have to figure out where to put it. Laptop. This is a pencil.
Martin Blackwood, archival assistant at the Magnus Institute, recording statement number
I love Martin.
00920008. Statement of Adonis Spiros,
Martin's
given
one of
August
my
20th,
favorite characters.
2009. Statement begins. It's been so hot recently. That sticky sort of hot you only really get in the city. On the beach, watching the clear blue waters swell and recede, it would be wonderful to simply sit still and alone
What is
to
everybody's favorite
experience
sushi?
it. But
Spicy
in
ahi.
the city, there is no stillness, no privacy. The swell is that of rank,
We
sweaty
have spicy
humanity,
California
and to press
rolls, and
through
they're really
them is
good.
to work the dirt and dust that infuses the air into your own skin. The stink is deeper than just a simple smell. I suppose I'm lucky that my work rarely takes me out during the middle of the day. I am an actor by trade, and both skilled and fortunate enough to find myself employed more often than not. I'm not sure I would say I enjoy it, necessarily, but I do find a certain fulfillment in it. I remember the first time I felt the calling. I was 9 years old, visiting my grandparents in Athens, and my parents had taken me on a trip to see the great amphitheatre. It was winter, not
Put it
the
right
season
there.
for tourists. My parents were off in a corner somewhere arguing, but just for a moment I had the place
Sushi.
entirely to myself.
You don't have a
And
particular
I
one
felt
that you like the
strange
most?
centering, that spot at the core of everything where you and you alone speak.
What do you want to try?
Your words heard by no one. And in that no one, the entire universe. Yes, I am aware that normally there is, unless something has gone badly wrong, an audience, or at the very least, other actors with which to trade dialogue. And that's fine, but that is not what I live for. I live for the monologue, when all others fade away and the light tightens on me, excluding all else. Have you ever had stage lights in your eyes? The brightness steals everything else, and if it's strong enough, you can look out into the audience and see nothing at all.
I've had
Just
plenty
you.
of takoyaki. It's really good.
I am a fine actor and a very capable physical
Puppy.
performer, but these are simply the dues I pay to earn my way to a monologue. For the last 2 weeks, I have been performing the part of Jacques in As You Like It. Do you know your Shakespeare? Well, it's not the greatest production of the play, which can be very funny if done right. The director, a man named David Austin, has neither the vision nor the spark to turn it into something truly memorable, and the reviews reflect that. I don't care, though. That's not why I do it. You see, there is one part of As You Like It that almost every English-speaking person will know, and that is a monologue by Jacques. All the world's a stage,
Son of a
and
bitch.
all the men and women on it merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being
What?
7 ages.
It won't let me put
I
that
told
there.
you know it. And for all his failings, Mr. David Austin made one
Well, where am I
directorial
supposed
decision
to
for
put
which I cannot
these?
praise him enough. During this soliloquy, he has the other actors in the scene walk upstage, beyond the lights, and has me
that's
delivering the lines
sad.
out.
I'm sorry that there
into
isn't
the
any
audience,
nearby.
alone. For the play, it's a bad decision. The scene is supposed to be Jacques performing, joking for the amusement of the Duke and his friends. So this staging makes something that should be light and energetic into a serious and soulful meditation, and it doesn't work from a dramatic point of view. But for me, declaiming, casting my voice out, surrounded by people watching me, yet completely alone, I have rarely had a part that feeds my soul like this one. It helps that we're performing at the Duke's Theatre in Covent Garden. It's about as traditional a theatre as you're likely to find, and when the light shines, the audience is rendered as mere silhouettes, completely anonymous. At least until 4 nights ago.
Usually there's storage
It was
under
my
the
big
bed.
moment. Act 2, Scene 7. The others had vanished, the audience was gone, and it was just me. At least, at first. I remember, it was as I began to talk about the justice, the 5th age of man, that I saw it. It was a mask, a theatre mask. Not one of the happy, sad ones you might associate with the stage, but like an old Greek chorus mask, neutral with a faint aspect of mourning about the mouth and eyes. It sat on top of a thick, black cloak draped to completely cover whoever might be wearing the mask.
This bitch got a lot of shoes.
It was empty. It was a hollow shape of a man that had no life, no presence to it, and I saw it in the middle of the 3rd row as clearly as if it were lit by a second spotlight. I stumbled. Of course I stumbled, I don't believe anyone in the actual audience really noticed, though the other actors offered their faux sympathies over it afterwards. I did make it to the end, and pushed on through the rest of the performance, but the mask did not disappear, and watching the other actors quickly convinced me that either they did not notice the thing in the third row, or they simply could not see it.
Panties.
Oddly, I've never feared for my sanity.
Oh, look
I've
at
always
my
been
panties.
superstitious,
Stop
and
it.
I had no doubt that what I had seen was some sort of spectre or omen. Of what, however,
Girl
I had
with priorities.
absolutely no
You
idea.
right, you right.
To be perfectly
Lots of
honest, I still
shoes.
don't. This is one of the reasons I am here. Because
I'm
I
gonna
have
fit
this
these.
deep and gnawing fear that it portends nothing but itself. And within that, there is some strangely awful fate waiting for me. I have never been quite as social as I am told an actor should be. Rehearsals have always been a professional thing for me and have rarely resulted in friendships, and I actively avoid after-show drinks. It will perhaps not surprise you to discover I instead prefer to walk the city, to find those streets and places where the night crowd does not gather, and wander those empty lights, clearing my head as I leave the heat and cloying conversation behind.
Damn
In the
it!
summer months, this ritual is almost a necessity for me to remain stable.
I want
my
to
steps
fit
taking me through the
shoes.
echoing streets and artificial lights, an edifice to humanity uncluttered by the messy existence of actual people. The mask and cloak did not appear at the theatre the following night. I looked for it, yet saw nothing but an audience of silhouettes, quiet and intent, save for when applause was required. It wasn't my best performance, on edge as I was, but I got through it. Afterward, Patrick Dunleavy, who played Orlando, was
I know
more
where to put
insistent than
shoes.
usual that I join them for drinks after the show, and it took all my composure to keep my excuses polite, as the sticky heat of his presence pressed through over the fading warmth of the stage lights and the high summer that pervaded even the Duke of York. But I did escape him, and fled into the cooling dampness of the city
Why the
streets
shoe
by
not?
night.
Why the shoe not fit in there?
Streets which I knew were less likely to be populated were mercifully deserted, and the windows of the buildings either side were lit, but
to the
empty
walls.
of anybody visible.
Why the shoe
My
not
breathing
fit?
began to slow, my steps became more sure, and the oppressive thickness of the air lessened just enough for me to relax.
Oh.
I began to look up at all the darkened
Fine.
windows above street level. It's a strange truth to realise that
I won't
for
put
all
my
the
shoe
throng
there.
of humanity that exists in central London, almost nobody actually lives there. All the apartments and residences that sit above the bustling shop fronts and businesses
my
are
shoe over
almost
there.
all empty. Bought as
Oh,
investments by
that
the
sucks.
financiers
I'm
and
so
oligarchs
sorry
who
about
have
your
no
lack of
desire or
takoyaki.
need to live in them.
That
If you raise your eyes
sucks.
upwards in central London and count the lit windows, it's not at all unusual to see none at all. But that night, as I caught my breath and raised my head,
hold on.
there was a lit window on
Here,
the second
Apple, sit
floor,
up there. I gotta turn the fuck
and
around.
within it, a masked mockery of a human figure.
Oh my god.
My face fell, until I had the odd certainty that my expression matched that of my pursuer, and panic began to settle over my brain, pinprick crawling from the back, inch by inch over my skull, and I knew that when it reached my eyes, I would run. The figure didn't move. Of course it didn't. There was nothing to it that could move. No will that could make it follow me. And yet, it still watched. Its hollow, empty eyes drawing me into it.
Why are the
I
angles
ran
in
for
this
some
so
time
bad?
through streets I knew should be humming with drunks and nighthawks and insomniacs, but they were all silent.
That's some pretty looking girls.
Sometimes when I turned a corner at the far end, I could see it waiting for me, and I would turn away. Sometimes when I looked over my shoulder, I would see it there, following me with its stillness, its absence.
Sandwich!
Once I looked up, and the windows were full of it. I don't know how long I ran, but in the end I fell, physically spent and sunken in despair.
Whoa.
Raising my head, I saw it before me, waiting. So I stood and began to walk slowly towards it.
No, don't walk towards it.
Simply waiting my arrival.
That's dumb. Don't you watch scary movies?
The heavy weave of the black woolen cloak, the shining porcelain of the mask, the hollow, empty space behind the eyes, inside the mouth. I faced my demon.
I've been to Hawaii
And there was
before, which
nothing
was a long
there.
time ago when I was 18.
In a fit of
Ooh!
sudden rage,
Where
I
in Hawaii
struck
did you
up,
visit?
my arm catching it on the side of what should have been a
If you
head.
don't mind me
But the
asking.
cloth crumpled beneath my blow, the mask fell, and the figure collapsed into a heap. Inside was a simple wooden stick, once propping the thing up, but now fallen to the ground and lying motionless. I went home quickly, my eyes downcast and furtive, and went to bed. I only once looked out of my window at the street below. I don't think it's going to stop. Last night was the worst yet. I knew they were coming, but how do you prepare for something like that? The first was there in the audience before I even set foot on the stage.
You don't.
By my second entrance, there were 5 that I could count. And when I began my monologue, the whole auditorium was full of masks. All the world's a stage, and it was empty. My only company, the mocking grotesques of pantomimed humanity. The mewling infant, the schoolboy, the lover, the soldier, the judge, each eliciting such a roar of nothing from them, it took my breath away.
Oh, I hate that.
Perhaps I should have stopped, fled the stage, quit acting entirely, but it was like a lonely avalanche, and it flowed out of me in a
Went
wave.
to Maui, that's where my wife's from.
And I reached oblivion. An absence of applause that nearly deafened me. Sans everything. After the show, David came up to me. He wore his best director's smile and made as to shake my hand.
Okay, Fool's drawers.
Telling me how much this performance had meant to him, how right the energy had been, and how whatever I had
Have
tapped
some
into
Dio.
within myself, I should reach for it again.
I don't know what this is.
I tried to listen, to nod, but his eyes were hollow, and I knew that he wasn't really there.
Why does that deodorant look like a butt plug?
I have another performance tonight.
Not that I know what a butt plug looks like.
Less than 4 hours.
Just
I will
saying.
be on that stage again, speaking those
Hey,
empty
I'm
lines
just
that
saying,
empty their
okay?
ears. I could run, of course, but I won't. Where would I run to? All the world's a stage, and I can't escape my monologue.
Shut up, I'm just saying!
Statement ends. That wasn't so bad. Not sure there is anything to say about this one. John's got us looking into anything that might involve theatres or the circus, but to be honest, I don't think this is really what he's looking for. The strangers here seem different, I guess. And it doesn't have any clowns or dancing or skin.
I'm gonna put my toothbrush right there, you know why?
Because
Because I can.
But he hasn't been around much the last week or so. Says he's working on something.
Willy peppers.
I mean, it could be fine, I guess. He's just quite
so much toilet papers
intense at the moment. He scares me sometimes.
Okay,
Truth be told,
Martin.
none of us are doing great.
I'm here for you, Martin.
It's actually Melanie who seems... I don't know, something's happened, I think. Her work's been kind of off lately, and any time I talk to her, she just finds some reason to leave. I asked her to look into what happened to Adonis Biros, the actor from the statement, and she hasn't bothered as far as I can tell.
How you know this is a girl?
John called.
Or female presenting.
He's in America now. Wanted her to help with something, but
female bodied?
I had to make an excuse
words.
for her.
What are words?
He
what are
that
words?
kind of thing on his mind right now. I just hope he gets back soon. You know, saying it out loud, I think I'm actually really worried about Melanie.
Hey, what's up, those kitties?
You know what?
I almost
Sarah
said
knows better than I do.
your name.
I've been too awkward to ask, but
not me almost doxing you.
I need to. I really think I need to.
I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing?
Sarah? Melanie? Tim?
That's a bug.
Martin, isn't it?
You don't move. Don't you come any closer, okay? I've got a knife.
Do you? That would seem wildly out of character from what I've been told.
Yeah,
okay, but,
the tourist
stay
problem's
back.
pretty
Please,
bad,
Martin,
but
I'm not going to hurt
you're
you.
allowed to visit.
I just thought we might have a chat. Alone.
Oh. You're one of them, aren't you? A Lucas.
Yes, that's Peter. Pleased to meet you. Now, how did you know that?
I was just reading. John left some notes and...
I see. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. It's one of Elias's little jokes.
What?
Did he suggest you record a statement today? One that mentioned me?
Yeah? Sort of. I mean, not you specifically, but...
I'd
Lucas.
have a meeting with him today, he suggested. I'm sure he's watching from his office, grinning from ear to ear.
I wonder if you... That's the puzzle. You have to, like,
I almost thought he
redesign
genuinely
it
wanted
every
me
time.
to meet the team. Oh, well.
I'm really sorry. I don't actually...
Do I scare you, Martin?
Yes.
Probably for the best. And what's Elias like to work for, aside from orchestrating unsettling encounters?
That's a lot of it, to be honest.
And that's not something you look for in an employer, I assume.
Well, you've just said he's watching us.
Almost certainly. How is he as a boss?
Fine, I guess.
What you been up to those
not so
days?
much with the manipulation and sometimes the murder.
Oh, that doesn't sound like the Elias I know. He killed people himself.
I mean, I wasn't there, but that's what he said, and I did see the bodies.
Elias Bouchard getting his hands dirty. Well, must be the end times. So your advice would be less murder?
I suppose?
No, it's a good observation. I thank you.
Would your advice be less murder?
Well, I'm sure I've disturbed
Yes,
you quite enough
motherfucker,
for
let's
one day.
murder!
Martin, I have a meeting to get to, and a few things to tell Elias to his face about wasting both our time. Be seeing you, as it were.
Yeah. Bye.
Poor Martin.
What?
What?
Did you call me?
Yeah, did you see anyone?
When?
Out there? Just now?
No.
No?
No.
That figures.
So did you need anything, or...
Does the name Peter Lucas mean anything to you?
Oh, yes, actually. I've been reading a bunch of old statements. He's that creepy old boat captain, right? From the family Elias doesn't want us bothering.
Yeah, well, apparently that warning doesn't go both ways.
He was here.
Yeah, I think so.
Was he... Woo!
I mean, a bit, yeah.
Oh. Oh dear.
Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, he was just a bit... weird.
Yeah. Is that why you wanted me?
Oh, no. Are you busy?
A bit. I was reading through a bunch of stuff about the Church of the Divine Host. Did you look into that statement about the chapel in Hither Green? Because apparently right around that time there was a full solar eclipse going on in, guess where?
I don't know.
Near Alisund. And when Natalie Ennis talked about it being 300 years ago, well, how much do you know about the relationship between Edmund Halley and John Flamsteed?
Halley like the comet?
Exactly.
Look, Sarah, that's really interesting, but that's not why...
Oh.
You're close to Melanie, right?
I guess so. Closer than anyone here, I think.
Is she doing okay?
Why? Did she say something?
No, it's just her work's been... Look, she's always been quite, conscientious, but then recently...
Oh!
Okay, look, I don't
No,
know what the
my
situation
tea!
is. She won't tell me. But she's not doing well. We were meant to go for a drink last week, but I think it has something to do with Elias.
Elias?
Kettle.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can... What? Oh, right.
Oh my god, I can't fucking see.
The Magnus Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license.
Oh, I gotta go change shit. So
Today's
this
episode
was
written by Jonathan Sims and directed by Alexander
8.
J.
I
Newell.
need to go to
To
109.
subscribe, view associated material, or join our Patreon, visit rustyquill.com.
109.
Rate.
Play.
Billy Hindle here.
Rusty Quill presents
The
The Magnus
Magnus
Archives.
peek. I haven't played in a while though. During the last Sims I've been playing with friends, but we haven't made it to the end. I haven't made it to the end either. I'm pretty bad at it.
Nightfall.
I think we got, how far did we get? I think we got to, like...
Well?
She said you could turn it on. Didn't say anything about talking.
Look, we're on the same side.
If you're telling the truth.
I mean, I don't know what proof I can give you.
Well, if you're right about it, it won't be long until Officer Musterman over here is able to talk again. That should be illuminating.
He's almost got his lungs again. If you can call them lungs.
Oh, as long as they can push air, it'll do.
And if you don't like what he has to say?
Then this cabin is a long way away from anything that can hear you.
Plus, it's
and if I run?
God,
Very
yes.
much hoping that you do.
I'm so bad at peek.
I read your statement. You know, you don't kill people.
Some
Only
of
once.
my friends are... Oh my god! I just so out of nowhere. Oh my
What
god.
about you, Julia?
That was so
Following
unnecessary.
in your dad's footsteps.
It's a legacy I've learned to be proud of. There are people who'd sell us all out to things you can't even imagine.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
I'm happy doing what it takes to stop that.
Some of my friends are really good at it, and I'm just really
Everything
doo-doo at it.
dies. You think if you walk out of this cabin, you just keep
A
going?
lot of fucking Pop-Tarts,
Something
dog.
gets you.
You think
Even
you
if it's
got
just
enough
time.
Pop-Tarts?
Mostly, though. Life on this planet ends violently. It's the most natural thing in the world. And sometimes, it makes the world a better place.
And when something comes for you?
Then I die.
Yeah, I don't know why it's louder. Let me see if I can't fix that. Hold on.
Every second.
Can we keep that somewhere else?
I want it where I can see it.
I think maybe that might
And when
help.
you're satisfied that I'm not trying to harm you.
If you're right about that ritual, I guess you talk to Gerard.
You said he was dead.
He is.
Right. So we just wait.
That's the plan.
Sleepy time tea.
Perhaps if all we can do is listen to this regrowing itself, may I suggest a way to pass the time?
Sure. You want our story?
Gave you folks plenty already.
I mean, yes, but the situation has changed quite a bit. Last I heard you were dying of lung cancer.
I was.
And now?
I'm not.
That doesn't strike you as odd.
I'm sorry, that was good.
Not
I
much
was,
see these
and now
days
I'm
isn't
not.
Odd, somehow or other.
Wow, this game's kind of
Not gonna
boring. I
turn my
might need
nose
to
up at
switch
the
to
one
something
bit of
else.
it
There's
worked
not
out
really
for me.
much going on in this game, is there?
Hunt monsters. My lungs don't kill me. Seems like a fair trade. Maybe God did it.
What about you, Julia? Care to make a statement? Maybe about how you met Trevor?
Sure. Why not?
Thank you.
It's not like you or your tape recorder get to leave here without us.
Statement of Julia Montauk regarding her initial encounter with the hunter Trevor Herbert. When did this happen?
About 6 years ago?
7. 2010.
6-7.
Summer 2010.
Statement taken direct from subject, June 29th, 2017. Statement begins.
I tried to live a normal life.
I wish I was more
I
of
really
the
did.
relaxing type. I have a really
I
bad
took
headache,
jobs working
so
in the back room of offices
you would
where I
think
wouldn't
this would be
need to
good
meet
for
anyone.
me, but
I had
I'm just
boyfriends who
bored.
promised they didn't care. I burned through half a dozen counsellors. None of it worked. You see, my father's always remained one of the darlings of the true crime community. Articles, documentaries, grisly retrospectives. Wherever I ended up, somehow it would always worm its way into my life. One of my co-workers or new friends would stumble across a profile of my father, and that would be that. Every time I ended up in a relationship, it was only a matter of time before I caught them on some true crime blog or spotted a profile of my father in their search history. Sometimes I tried to lie about it, say there was no relation, but the damage was done. They'd get distant, throw me nervous glances when they didn't think I'd notice, or worse. They started to look at me like I was some sort of prize, some small claim to fame. The serial killer's daughter. I suppose I could have changed my name. Something always stopped me, though. It was the only connection I still had to my dad, and even if it did keep ruining my life, I couldn't bring myself to lose it. The counsellors and the therapists were more understanding, but even they couldn't quite keep the eager quiver out of their voice when I started talking about the murders.
This one's a little cooler than the last one.
It felt like every couple of years I was having to start my life over from scratch. What is it, do you think, that makes people so obsessed with horrific things happening to other people? Even now, after all I've done, I can't quite figure out what it is that makes people treat actual atrocities like cheap entertainment. Maybe we're all just broken inside, unable to really grasp the difference between fictional people and people we just don't know. They're all just abstract ideas we're happy to have suffer for our enjoyment. Or maybe the fact it really happened is exactly the point, adding the awful spice of reality to people's morbid fantasies. When I think of the lurid joy some people would feel if I were caught, the serial killer's daughter taking over the family business, it makes me sick. But even back then, with my hands unblooded, that collective obsession with brutality chased me throughout my life. In the summer of 2010, I made another attempt to outrun my father's legacy and moved up to Manchester to take a new job.
Puppy.
It was night shift work, security and maintenance for an old office building, occupied by a handful of failing companies trying to save money on floor space. I liked it because I didn't really have to talk to anyone. I was on the desk alone, and generally anyone working there late enough to cross paths with me wasn't in a talking mood. There was another reason that I chose to work nights. If you've read my statement, then I'm sure it will come as no surprise that for most of my life, I've had a pretty significant fear of the dark. I used to lie awake at night, listening, straining my ears for the noise of movement or that dreadful growl coming out of the dark.
Ooh. There's a
It was one of my
hole.
better counsellors that suggested I try working nights as a way to address it. And it worked.
Oh,
For the most part.
that's pretty rad.
It made the darkness mundane, just another aspect of my everyday life to be dealt with, and kept me within the comforting glow of lamps and light bulbs basically all the time.
Oh,
It also
look
let
at
me sleep
that.
during the
That's
day.
pretty cool.
And the faintest hint of sunlight that crept around the edges of my thick bedroom curtains made me feel safe enough to relax. It made dating even harder, of course, but by that point I'd mostly given up trying. It wasn't a perfect solution by any means, but it helped. To start with, at least. I never really worried about keeping track of the companies that kept offices in my building. It seemed like they came and went pretty regularly. Sometimes a start-up would make it big.
Why won't you
but
go
usually it was
in
the
here?
inevitable
Why can't I
bankruptcy that
put
moved
my
them out.
panties away?
All except DKN Systems. I never really figured out what it was they were meant to be doing. Something full of meaningless buzzwords like business networks or media solutions. Thinking about it, it might actually have been business media network solutions.
I got more
Point is,
panties
There
suddenly.
didn't seem to be anything suspicious about them, at least not at first. I knew a bit more about them than the other people renting space,
More
since they seemed to do a
socks.
lot of work after dark, and there were a handful of their staff I knew on site. I mean, I assumed they also did a lot of work in the daytime that I just wasn't seeing, so it didn't seem particularly weird. Just another small business burning the candle everywhere they could to stay afloat. But even if the company itself didn't seem weird, the people who worked for it really did. I remember there were 4 of them normally around, and at one
Wait.
point I thought it must have been a family thing, because I got it in my head that they were related. I don't know why. They didn't even look that similar, but there was just something about the faces. It was the eyes, I think. It looked like they all had irises so dark that they almost seemed completely black. And they dressed the same. Not like a uniform, But they all wore black trousers, a dark blue shirt, and a brown leather
Where
belt.
does the hat go?
They also wore soft-soled black canvas shoes, which were almost completely silent when walking down the carpeted halls of the building. It made them even more unsettling, quietly wandering the corridors, never quite looking where they were going, like their attention was focused on something you just couldn't see. There was only one of them that ever spoke, at least to me, a young guy called Varden-Darvish. He seemed to be the manager, at least as much as there was any clear structure. And unlike his colleagues, he seemed happy, almost eager to talk. I
Wait,
asked him
where's
about
the
it once,
refrigerator?
and he laughingly told me that his co-workers didn't sign up for the quality of
Oh,
conversation.
no. I seem
He
to
chatted
not
with me
have a
about my job
refrigerator
and the latest
anymore.
headline, which he always had a strong opinion about. We never discussed any details of his life, though, or his job. He generally came over to let me know about a blown light bulb somewhere in the building, and then stick around for a bit of conversation. I once jokingly suggested he must be breaking the lights himself for an excuse to talk to me, and he laughed, but then got kind of quiet and didn't stick around to talk. At the time, I assumed my awkward flirting had made it weird, but unfortunately not.
Bulbs were breaking because of what they were doing round the offices. I've been tracking Darvish for a good few weeks by then. There'd been a couple of homeless I knew go missing round Parr's Wood, where I was keeping back then. Now, usually I wouldn't pay much mind. Was the summer after all. But there were a couple of weeks gone. So I checked in with shelters and a worker that dealt with him, but no one had the first clue. I knew Morris had at least a kid with a woman down in Moss Side, so he wouldn't have skipped town. But she hadn't seen him neither. My first thought were vampires, as they like to go after rough sleepers. But I knew by then there were other horrors kicking around, not to mention your mundane murderers. Didn't matter to me, of course, not by then. I had a hunt on, and I was going to see it through. It weren't long after I went down to see you folk, so I was still convinced I were on the way out, and caution weren't something I cared for.
Oh,
Don't
that's a big
recall
saucer.
exactly how Darvish got on my radar. Someone had seen something that sent me somewhere that
Where am I
led me
supposed to put
him.
this?
I don't know. Point is,
If you click
as
it,
soon as
I
saw him,
will show
knew
you what it
he were
does.
the one I were after. There was a smell to him, something dark and sick, rolling off him in waves.
It has to be clicked
Sure,
before I
didn't
do
smell
it,
like
though.
a vampire, but he smelt like something that weren't meant to be in this world. So I reckoned I'd best help him out of it.
Oh, I'm
Took to following
sorry.
him for a couple of days.
It's one of those things
Exactly
that
what he was or what he wanted.
it's a lot
So
for a
went keen
reason.
to charge right in. He seemed normal at first, mind. Happy enough in the sun.
I am
We
a
were
biblically
nice.
accurate angel
That's how
after
I
all.
first saw him. Didn't spot me. But if he did, he never paid me no mind. They never do. Third night, I spotted him at work, taking a delivery. It were a big truck for some company called Outer Bay. I tried to follow them up since, but didn't
Okay,
find
hold the
much.
fuck on. Where is the
And again,
refrigerator?
Maybe I didn't know what I were looking for. I mean,
I see a food
anyone
thing.
else,
Oh, there it
the box that
is.
we were
I'm
unloading
dumb.
would have
I'm
looked
dumb.
like
Everybody
nothing
shut up.
much. But if there's one thing I know,
Oh, Joseph,
it's what
you
a
want me to
box
do
looks
it. I'll
like
do it
when
for
it's
you
got
because
someone
we're
inside.
old friends. I'll do it for
In a
you.
certain
I do for
shape
you.
it tends to be.
Hold on.
And the folk carrying it
I do
have
for
to
free.
take a second to manage its shifting weight. Might have looked like a big old flight case.
You just gotta
But
give me a
as soon
second.
as I saw it, I was certain there was somebody inside. What I didn't know was alive, dead.
Looking back, I feel like an idiot. I was watching them unload that same case. It was policy to have whoever was
I am
working
biased.
security present for deliveries. Something about insurance.
I do for you.
Thinking about it, I even noticed Trevor lurking past the fence. Though I didn't
I'm
give much thought
biblically
to just another
accurate.
tramp.
Hi. This
I had
is
no
Bib.
idea what they had in the box, though. They told me it was new computer servers, and I didn't
I
have
will
any
be
reason
this for a
not to
little
believe
bit,
them.
just for you.
They'd had plenty of similar deliveries before. Varden was there, and we talked for a while. He wanted to discuss the tennis, I think, but I've never really followed sport. He didn't seem suspicious
I'm not a
or
kickball.
weird, and I had no reason to think
Don't
that this
call
was
me a
anything
kickball.
other than a late delivery of normal computer parts.
Ooh, look at these. Look at
They
these
took the case up to their
lemons.
offices, and I returned to my desk with a fresh cup
Can I
of
put
coffee.
the limits on top of
And the
this?
plan to dig in for the night
That
with some
would've been
episodes of
pretty.
an old radio show I was working my way through. The plan went pretty smooth for an hour or two,
Oops.
with the exception of a couple of DKN employees silently shuffling past at unnerving moments.
I'm
And I
not a
happened to glance
ball.
up at one of the
Riri,
video
shut
feeds
up. I'm not a
and saw that
ball.
the tramp I saw earlier had managed to sneak inside
Oh my
the building.
god, I'm not a
It
kickball.
wasn't as hard as all that.
Stop it. This
Didn't
is why I
need to break
never
a
do
window,
this
nothing.
form. You guys are
Just
so
waited until
mean.
the last of the office weirdos were heading back inside. It was slow enough. It were pretty
You never
simple
show
to
my
tail
true
them
form
through
because you
before
guys
the
are
door
so
flung
mean to
shut.
me.
Once in, I had a look for cameras because I knew there were a security
That's a
guard.
biblically accurate
I'd
angel.
seen her when they were
Yes, it
unloading. I was
is.
pretty sure I could take her out if I
My
needed
name is
to.
Bib.
Dreams, old man.
But I didn't want it to come to that. I tried to stay out of sight.
God
but
damn
she
it
must have
with the
spotted me
fucking
because
scary toss. I
soon
can't get
enough I
scary
could hear
toss
her
to work.
coming
Hold
my
on.
way. I managed to duck into a stairwell and head up towards the fourth floor.
Ah.
Where the
Ah.
front of the building
Why
said
is
Derbyshire
this still up?
Company
It
was.
blocked
I could hear
everything.
her behind me though.
Go away. I gotta
Ducked
do
out
it
the floor early
again.
and nipped inside a cleaning cupboard to wait her out.
I went all the way to the fourth floor,
There.
not realizing that this git wasn't
Ow.
up there. The corridor light was out, and I made a note to replace it later as I turned on my torch. It was very quiet. Far quieter than I would have expected for a company installing new equipment.
Y'all mean to me. This is why I never
took a
do
moment
this
to get my
form. Y'all
bearings,
so
And
mean.
there was no sound at all. Utter silence. Except for
Yeah.
the faintest drip, drip,
I might
drip
have to.
coming from somewhere up ahead. I called out, first for the trespasser, then for Varden, then for anybody who might be up there.
How many
But there's
times
no
do I
answer.
have to tell you, I'm not a kickball?
Torchbeam fell on the door labelled
I'm not a
DKN
kickball.
Systems. It stood open, unmoving.
Tell me
with
if
no light at all
the
coming from
sound
inside.
alert worked where you could
As
hear
my
it.
light crossed the door frame,
If you
I could
couldn't
see
hear
the
it, I
windows
will
had been
do
covered
it
with
live in
thick
4K.
wooden boards and painted a dark matte black. In the corner of my mind, I could feel panic
You heard it?
starting
Okay,
to
good.
claw its way up as the darkness started to press in on me. I called out again, but there was still no reply.
I'm sorry it was so loud. I
wanted
can't
to
control
turn
it.
around and run back to the light, but not enough.
I don't know why everything's
Not
so
as much
fucking
as I
loud.
wanted to overcome my fear. I slowly headed inside, calling out every few steps to make sure anyone who might be in there knew I was with security.
I've been trying to
Inside,
fix
the rooms
things
were
and I just
bare,
like can't get things to
completely
work
empty.
right.
There was no
We live
sign
for
they'd
the
ever been
You're
used to run
right.
a business. And the only sign that I wasn't the first person to set foot in there was the complete absence of dust or dirt. I checked another room, but it was exactly the same. The same with the third I checked, and the fourth. Then I opened a normal-looking wooden door near the back, and I froze.
Somebody tell this game
Once
that's
again
not
on
how
the
books
threshold
are
of something
stacked.
that didn't make sense. In front of me was what should have been a normal meeting room, but it was far from that. The floor was covered in water, pitch black and utterly
Water.
still. I knew in my mind it couldn't be more than a few millimeters deep. It didn't even
Hey, look,
spread
a butt
past the
plug.
doorway when I opened it. But as my torchlight reflected off the surface, it seemed to me like it was much, much deeper. In the center of the room was a plain wood and metal table, with a man lying on top of it. I'd never seen him before.
I've never seen a man
He
before.
lay motionless, and I could make out a thin, dark trickle of liquid flowing
Sorry,
from his
just
mouth
the way
and
she
eyes,
said that.
over his face, and dripping down the table legs into the dark water. 3 figures stood around him, the other workers from the office. Each was stood on a small square platform a few inches off the floor, facing directly towards the central table, arms outstretched and mouths wide as though they were screaming. They still made absolutely no sound. I don't know how long I was frozen there, staring at the scene in front of me. Nothing was right about what I was seeing. I started to scream at them, shouted to stop whatever they were doing or I'd call the police. They didn't seem even remotely aware of me. Finally, I decided I was going to leave, to make the call. But not before I got the man on the table out of there. He clearly needed help, and whatever
That's
these
a towel.
silent screamers were doing to him wasn't helping. I told them, I announced what I was about to do, but still got no response. So I stepped into the room and over to the table. As soon as my foot hit the water, I fell into it completely. It was colder than anything I had ever experienced.
That's true, I will have
and the
to
torch
find
slipped
him.
from my hand as my vision immediately went dark. I tried to orientate myself, to find which way was up.
Needs
and
to
I saw a faint
orientate.
pinprick of light as my torch sank away from me. Down and down and down.
Hey, show of
into the
hands, how
icy
many other
black
people
water.
here have ever listened to the
I
Magnus
started to panic then,
archives?
with the lightless deep pressing in on me, eager to take me away. I was absolutely sure that in a few moments there would be no surface left. Just dark, still water forever.
Luckily, I'd been watching a while. I saw her go down. Didn't have a clue what were going on. Still don't. But I was quick enough to get there and reach my arm into the water before she was too far gone. It were bloody cold. Couldn't see anything, obviously. I had my own light, but it just...
Is that
bounced off
a
the
look
surface.
of you've listened to it
I could
before,
feel
or
the
a
back
look
of her
of you've
jacket
not
down there,
listened to
though,
it before?
And I made a grab for it. No. Not as strong as I was, maybe. But I held on and pulled. Want enough to get her out. Something in there didn't want to let her go.
Oh, ow!
But I got her high enough
Hi,
that her arm
Beowulf.
broke the surface. She flailed a second, but got hold of
I
the door frame.
really
Started
like
to pull
it,
herself
so...
out. Took her a while, but she were almost there when I heard something.
I'm also
moving
introducing
behind
you
us.
guys to it, like,
Turned
pretty
around,
far
there's a
in. We're, like,
dervish stood there.
100 and some episodes in, so I do apologize for that.
I were already holding the knife. I could smell him so thick it
How you
tasted
doing,
like
Beowulf?
rancid treacle. And whatever he was shouting was quieter than the blood in my ears. It was going to be good. I got him once across the chest through his shirt, but he were a lot faster than I gave him credit for. He cracked me once, hard, across the face. I didn't go down, but I didn't get him with the blade again before he slammed his elbow to me gut. That time I did go down.
Not
The
me
knife dropped to
gut.
the floor. He were on top of me, hands round me throat, and I thought that was it. No
Oh,
waiting
that's
for the
pretty of
cancer.
him.
I'm not gonna lie. I was scared.
I would have been
I could
too,
still
bro.
feel that dark water sticking to me, tugging at me, pleading me to fall back into it.
I'm not gonna lie, I
I
would have
pushed it
scared
from
the
my
shit
mind,
out of me,
and
bro.
I could just about make out the homeless man that saved me. He was struggling with someone, his torch fallen to the ground next to an old pocket knife. I grabbed the light and pointed it at them.
It's a
Varden was on
town
top of him, hands around the old man's throat. I saw those eyes properly, and for the first time I realized that Varden's irises weren't dark. It was just that the pupils were so wide that they swallowed them completely.
Fucking
That
board
wasn't what did
game.
it, though. That wasn't what made me pick up the struggling tramp's pocket knife and plunge it in again and again into Varden Darvish's throat.
Oh.
No.
Varden
What did
Darvish.
that was the tattoo. Huge and dark on the chest beneath his ripped shirt. The closed eye sigil that was as familiar to me as the nightmares of my mother. I have never felt rage like I did then, and I have never felt anything as wonderful as the satisfaction of ending his life.
Damn.
There was a shiver in the air as the floor behind me dried in an instant, and the three silent screamers dropped down dead. Well, I suppose they might have just been unconscious when they fell, but they were definitely dead by the time we left. The man on the table had never been
Get
alive
'em,
to
girl.
begin with.
I just knew then. I never even had to explain anything
Hope
to
you're
her.
feeling better
She
soon.
just gave me back the knife and we left together. Wasn't any question as to who I was or what I was doing.
I've been feeling kind of shitty myself,
Clicked.
which is why I'm playing a pretty
We've been hunting
chill
together going on
game,
7
but
years now.
this game
too
is
bad
kind
at
of
it.
boring me.
He's starting to slow down a bit, though.
So I'm trying
It's
to...
the lack of respect that gets me.
I'm trying to
He's
let
going a bit
myself chill.
senile, which is a shame.
At least I'm not
trying.
so soft. I need a feather bed.
Beds are a good thing, old man. I keep telling you. So are baths.
You see what I got to put up with, Mr. Sims?
I'm like speed running
yeah,
this.
it's
I don't think I'm
what do you do
supposed
for
to.
money?
Sorry?
I doubt roaming around killing things pays all that well. What do you do to support yourself?
I don't know. We find ways. When you're out here, the odd bit of robbery or trespass doesn't really faze you.
And why America?
Tell her we're a wolf man. Old Davies down in Plymouth swore blind his brother had seen one on the Pacific Crest Trail.
I told Trevor he was a liar, but here we are anyway. Have been for a couple of years.
Hey, now, no wolfman sure, but there's been plenty out here that needs killing.
True enough. Plus, it's hard to leave. We're not exactly here legally, and trying to get a flight home would get us noticed by authorities we'd rather avoid.
I keep telling her we could hop a boat.
And I tell him I'd rather stay hunting here than trap myself on a boat for 2 weeks.
So, what have you...
Shut up. Oh, hey, look who's talking.
You could have at least chopped my ears off, too. You people just won't shut up. How am I supposed to get the lungs lined up right when I can't even concentrate?
Happy to chop them off again if you need the practice.
Do it. You're the ones who want to talk.
Why were you looking for me?
Why do you think? Out here, exposed, unaware, on your own. At least I thought so. Thought it was a good chance to get you home and get you ready for the dance.
Is this that unknowing dance?
Yeah. Okay, Musterman, or whatever your
Just
name.
turn it off. You got more questions? You turn that thing off.
I don't think you're in any position to make demands.
Maybe not. But are you sure you know what's listening in?
Do you?
No, but I don't like it.
What's he mean,
Yarn?
listening in?
Well, no, I'm
I
not...
knew this was a bad idea. Turn it
Oh,
off.
no, it's fine. It's never been...
Turn it off.
The Magnus Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. Today's episode was written by Jonathan Sims and directed by Alexander J. Newell. To subscribe, view associated material, or join our Patreon, visit rustyquill.com.
I gotta go
Rate
change the
and review
next
us
one.
online. Tweet us at
What
@TheRustyQuill.
is this one?
Visit us
9?
on Facebook or email us at
need to go to 10.
mail@rustyquill.com. Join our communities on the forum via the web.
Billy Hindle here.
The Audible original series, The Space.
Episode 110. Creature Feature.
What is this? The yarn? Like, what is that? What are you up to, Beowulf?
Martin Blackwood, archival assistant at the Magnus Institute, recording
I
statement
love you,
number
Martin!
0121403. Statement of Alexia Crawley, given March 14th, 2012. Statement begins. It's hard to put my relationship with Dexter Banks into words. It was a complicated thing, built on well over a decade of disdain and interdependence. In many ways, I was closer to him than his wife. Not that I ever touched the odious little freak. And while those film obsessives that insist I basically directed all his films do us both a disservice, it is true that without me he would never have reached the fame and high regard he enjoys. Enjoyed. Cinematographer. Such an ornate term, yet still so vague. I often wonder if that's to blame for how overlooked we are as a profession. Or even worse, that dry title, Director of Photography. But we are the true artists. A director may quite literally call the shots, but it is the cinematographer that makes them. We choose the angles, the lighting, pretty much everything that you see on the screen. If the camera is a brush, then we are the hand, the arm, the eye. The director's basically just a mouth, making pointless noise while the hand does the actual work. Almost every famous director that you know with a distinctive visual style has simply managed to lock down a talented DOP. I first worked with Dexter back in 1997, working as a cinematographer on Red Ronin. It feels odd to say now, but I was genuinely excited to work with him at the time. I'd seen some of his earlier work, Wasteland 7, Dolores, maybe a couple of shorts, and I remember thinking how refreshing it was going to be, working with a director who really got film. who was steeped in their history and drew inspiration from forgotten corners of the medium, even some corners that should have stayed forgotten. Unfortunately, that turned out to be the only thing he understood. You see, Dexter Banks lived movies. As far as I could tell, every single aspect of his life had revolved around them. His dad had owned a small cinema near Fairfax Avenue, and as a teenager he'd bounced between working there and a small rental store that specialised in foreign films, specifically Italian horror movies and East Asian martial arts. I never met anyone who knew as much about films and as little about anything else. Working with him, it soon became clear that all he was interested in doing was recreating things he had seen, taking scenes and music that he loved from those old, obscure corners of cinema, and then constructing whatever patchwork narrative would allow him to shoot his own versions of them. Whatever dialogue he didn't repurpose and had to write himself was stilted and slow, trying to mirror the stylization that surrounded it, but failing utterly. I once mentioned to him the idea of working with a writer. I didn't do it again. Red Ronin, for instance, was based on a Japanese film from the early 70s called Blade of the Avenger. It hit on the same dynamics and scenes as the original, but was set in modern-day Arizona, following a nihilistic ex-marine in the fictional town of Funnel. It wasn't strictly a remake, though, because Dexter would constantly call me into the screening room to show me some other samurai or western that I'd never heard of, before jumping up at the appropriate scene and shouting, "That was it! We do that!" And I did. I'm very good at my job. I've been doing it almost 30 years now, 5 at the BBC before crossing the Atlantic, and I know exactly what I'm doing. Turned out that I have a talent for capturing the feeling of older movies, mirroring them whilst still keeping the shots fresh. Who cares if it bored me to creative tears? It was exactly the sort of bull that critics love, and Red Ronin was the first of Dexter's film to get an Oscar nomination, though it ended up losing out to The English Patient. Not really surprising, it was too genre for the Academy anyway. I didn't realise it, but by that point I was already locked in with Dexter. I'd held some ambitions about directing myself one day, but it soon became obvious that that wasn't going to happen. Maybe if I'd got a feature under my belt before I was outed as trans, it might have been different, but as it was, that revelation burned too many bridges, and when the dust had settled, it was made abundantly clear to me that I was never going to get a movie of my own, and it was either cinematography or nothing. So I stayed. I was in a bad place for the next couple of years, and blindly accepted the DOP position on 2 more of Dexter's films, Hell's Company and Leroy Slake. Both were big hits, and by the time I properly felt myself again, I had ended up with my career so tied up in Dexter's that chasing other gigs wasn't really an option. I still have no idea how intentional it was on his part, but he was definitely aware that it was my work that elevated his films above simple homage. His periodic bouts of petty jealousy and snide bitterness had made that abundantly clear. 5 years and 3 movies in, it was clear that we needed each other almost as much as we hated each other. I don't know when he first mentioned his spider film. It didn't bubble out into a full obsession until 2 years ago, but I know he'd talked about it plenty before that. Whenever arguments over a project would last late into the night, and if he was very drunk,
This is
he'd
not
get
how you
kind of
stack
quiet,
books.
and then he'd ask me, yet again, if I'd ever seen Kumo ga tabete iru. I think that was the name anyway, something like that. He was normally slurring quite badly when he said it. He thought it translated to the spiders that devour, but a Japanese friend once told me it was actually closer to just spiders are eating. According to Dexter, Kumo was an old tokusatsu movie which he believed had come out sometime in the mid to late 60s.
Not me just putting
spider,
stuff
just
anywhere
the one,
now.
despite the title, that grew to a colossal size and terrorized a small unnamed island off the coast of Kagoshima. What struck him about it, though, was the utter
Look at these
absence
makeup
of anything
brushes. Ooh la
resembling
la.
a hero or protagonist. No one fought against the monster, and although there were vignettes in the lives of those under the spider's shadow, they all ended the exact same way.
Hello, Reyes!
With the character in question marching slowly.
You hit
and
one bump
calmly
in your
into his
van,
waiting
and
jaws.
all your
Whenever Dexter
meticulous little
described
page
this, his
titles
eyes
will
would
be all
widen and
over.
he'd start trying to
Yeah,
recreate the sound that they
they're
made
gonna
as
be
they were eaten.
gone.
He always claimed he wasn't doing it right, but the noises he ended up making were unsettling enough. As far as either of us could determine, the film never existed.
Hi, kitty.
At least, not
Can I
in
pet
any
you?
form that left a traceable record.
I can pet the
Dexter
cat.
folded it up in a lot more detail than I
Meow,
had
meow,
ever
meow,
bothered
meow,
to,
meow,
and had
meow.
checked with collectors of obscure film
Meow, meow, meow,
paraphernalia
meow, meow,
and
meow,
long-defunct
meow, meow, meow,
Japanese
meow,
production
meow.
studios. He actually showed a pretty surprising aptitude for the language, but it
Oh,
was just dead
I have to
end
pet my
after
real
dead
cat
end.
now.
I ended up watching half a dozen different giant spider movies with him over our time together, and none of them were right. He'd just watch, muttering under his breath, "No, no, no," and chewing on the back of his thumb. It wasn't something I ever really
Petting my
minded.
real cat, too.
Out of all the many and varied quirks of Dexter Banks, his minor obsession with a Japanese spider movie that may or may not have ever existed was one of the least unpleasant. At least, until I got the call about his final project.
No ads.
He told me
I'm
over
sorry
the phone
about
that
the
he was
ads.
producing a new film, that it was going to be his masterpiece.
Oh, hi, Loki Pokey.
Then he started to describe it, and I don't know how much of what I felt was deja vu and how much was just dread.
Yeah?
I asked if he had found a copy of the film or a script, but he just laughed. "Better," he said. "I found the book it was based on." Then he hung up, and I was left sitting
Loki
there
giving
feeling
me
this
big purrs.
gnawing apprehension that I just couldn't place. I realised what had disturbed me later. It was such a small thing, but it really nagged at me. It was the idea that Dexter
Loki's
would ever
not just
describe a book
purring,
as
but
better
he's
than a film.
snoring, too.
That sounds like I'm insulting him, but you need to know him to understand. Film was everything to him.
Oh,
Other
Loki.
media might as well not have existed.
Loki do big purr.
Regardless,
Loki do big
he went into
snore.
production. He called it Widow's Weave, and while the script pages he brought were apparently based on this unnamed book of his, the shots were drawn from his memories of the first film version, assuming it existed anywhere outside of his head, of
Assuming.
course. Part of me secretly
Welcome
assumed
back.
Dexter had simply dreamed the movie up and this book was... I don't know. It didn't matter, not really. There wasn't any question about whether or not I was working on it. It was a Dexter Banks film, and my name was basically on the credits already. The crew were mostly regulars he'd worked with before, but weirdly for him, he seemed to take almost no interest in casting at all. He asked Debbie Connor, our casting director, to get him as many no-name, untested hopefuls as the script needed. Bear in mind that at this point, any A-lister would have killed to be in a Dexter Banks picture, but he didn't care. For all he kept telling me about how this was his dream project that he was electrified to finally be making, he seemed to have almost entirely checked out of the process of actually making it. There was one exception to this. He claimed to be working with Neil Ligorio to make the spider.
I'm actually
Now, you
catching
might
up
never have
right
heard his name
now.
before, but I guarantee
So,
you you'll have
hold
seen
on.
his work.
I am on season... I'm on episode 110, and that's what we're listening to right now. I started all over from the beginning because it was a long time ago that I started listening to it. So no, I'm very behind. And so yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Mid-70s, right into CGI, Ligorio was the name in practical creature effects. Suit work, stop motion, animatronics, whatever the method, he was the master. If you've watched any
I didn't know
genre
that you
films
listened
at all
to
from
it,
before
Rez. I should have
2005,
known though.
there's
We're like the
basically
same
no
person. We have the
chance
same
you
fucking
haven't seen
brain
one
cell.
of his creatures. His early
Oh,
work
you
was
haven't? Well,
strictly horror, but
I'm
in his
listening to it
prime, he
right
worked
now.
on basically any blockbuster that used practical effects for monsters or aliens. I'd had the pleasure of working with him way back in 1989 on Orbit, a medium-budget sci-fi vehicle for
I
some
love
aging action star.
Martin.
Neil was working on a 12-foot-tall animatronic robot that featured heavily in the climax. The picture was, unsurprisingly, a flop, but I still remember his work. How he brought a lump of wood and
Me and
steel
Rez
to life.
do share the same brain
The
cell.
huge,
We're
intricate
literally
mechanisms
born
that allowed his crew to
one
puppet
day
it into
apart.
motion that was so natural you could forget that the back of it was completely hollow. Out of all of the odd changes to Dexter's behaviour, his excitement over working with Neil Ligorio was the one thing that I shared with him.
You should listen to it. I started over.
Not that I got a chance to do anything with that excitement.
Yeah, well,
Once
I
production
see.
started,
It's funny
Dexter
you
became
say that.
secretive and jumpy. He told us he'd set up a workshop for Ligorio and his team in one of the
Why
larger
do you
empty
say
spaces
that?
on the lot.
Because
No one
I
except
say we're
him was to go
twins, but
inside or
Rez
make
puts me in
any
the
contact
closet.
with the practical effects department. It was odd, but
He
everyone
won't
knew better
own
than to
me.
argue. Once Dexter had an idea in his head,
He
he
will
would
own up to
throw
it.
you off the set for trying to change it. When it really needed to happen, people generally looked to me to do so, since I was the one they considered unfireable. And this time, I did, saying that I'd worked with Neil before and would love a chance to catch up with him.
Yeah, he disowns me.
Dexter curtly explained that Neil had become reclusive in his retirement and had only agreed to work on this picture on condition of absolute privacy. I didn't push the issue. It didn't seem like the battle to waste my energy on. And there were certainly plenty more battles once shooting began. If you're wondering how easy it is to recreate shots that only exist in the hazy memory of an eccentric, or to frame scenes when you only get the typo-riddled script the morning before, I can tell you, not easy. Not easy at all. And Dexter's constant outbursts didn't help, throwing people off the set for the smallest imagined offences, or throwing away a whole day's shoot because it
Listening to a really good audiobook called Roadkill. It's about a guy that hits an invisible giant squirrel-like alien with this truck, and it's a series of events involving a spaceship and an invisible alien invasion that are trying to stop. It's really fun. That does sound fun. I feel like after I finish listening to and finishing for finally the Magnus archives, maybe that's something I'll check out. Have you ever listened to The Adventure Zone Balance? That one's really good. The McElroys. That's what got me into
just
D&D.
didn't feel right. We were burning through money and goodwill faster than I had ever seen, even on the most slapdash of his earlier projects. The cast really impressed me, though. Most of them were fresh out of drama school, with maybe a couple of ads under their belt, and a few older faces who'd clearly spent most of their life hurling themselves at closed doors until now. Most impressive to me, though, was a guy called Brandon Olmar. He was playing the closest thing the film had to a protagonist, a homeless ex-Methodist minister who'd found himself on the island by chance and served as a connecting thread, wandering between the scenes and the vignettes of the inhabitants after each ended with their march to the spider.
Von Torkenstein.
Brandon took to the role immediately with a gravity and
my
a
brother who
weariness
won't
that
own
I
up to being
don't
my
think
brother
could have been entirely feigned. He was the only one who didn't seem excited by the movie and spent his off hours smoking and reading quietly in one of the trailers. It was a shame because, for whatever reason, he also seemed to be the only one that Dexter would listen to. I only saw them talking once or twice, but every time Dexter would be rapt, nodding at whatever Brandon might have to say. Of course, I never really had time to think on it. I was finding it an almost impossible task to get even the most basic of shots, with Dexter constantly demanding the whole setup be changed for no reason. Like I said, I'm excellent at my job, but giving him what he wanted from the camera work relied on him actually knowing it himself. There was a frenzied, nervous energy to his instructions, and if I didn't know any better, I might have even said that he wasn't just afraid the shots might not work, he was afraid of the idea. And so it was for the first few weeks. Dexter clearly wasn't sleeping. He had insisted on using old equipment and avoided digital almost entirely, to the point where several of the crew were using pieces of kit they'd never even seen before. This meant that a work print had to be made manually for the dailies, something he refused to let anyone else do. Once shooting wrapped, he'd be in the editing room for hours preparing dailies, although they shouldn't have needed editing at all. And when we watched them, I'd often noticed that certain shots were missing, stuff I was certain that we'd filmed. I brought this up with him once, and he called me a liar to my face. I only interrupted him when he was preparing dailies once. An actress who was slated to be shooting the next day had taken violently ill, and the crew needed his sign-off to change the schedule. No one else dared to go in, so once again, it was down to me to head into that tiny room
I don't listen to
alone.
podcasts much either.
It was dark inside.
It has to be
lit
really
only by what
good to get
spilled
me to
in through
listen.
the open doorway. I could hear a sound like turning of an old film reel, but I couldn't say where from. I stood there, unable to step inside, not because of fear, but because the space inside was threaded all over with film strips. Up and down, one side to the other, wrapping around and through each other. I gingerly reached out and touched one, and as I
reach
did, Dexter
out and
seemed to
touch whatever
emerge
he's
from the
talking about.
darkness. At first, I thought he was taller than usual, but then I realised that he was suspended, ever so slightly by the strips of film, his feet a good couple of inches off the floor. He was very calm as he asked what I wanted, and when I stutteringly explained the situation, he just nodded and said we should feel free to rearrange however we liked. Then he closed the door and I left, trying very hard to convince myself that he had only had 2 arms. Shooting continued, but there was a growing awareness throughout the crew that we had still seen nothing from Neil Ligorio. No one had met him on set, or spotted him or his team entering or leaving the workshop where the spider was supposedly being constructed. No one had heard the sound of work being done in there, and the rumour was that Dexter had finally lost it, and the workshop was empty. We had run through all the scenes that could be done without it, and everyone was getting really impatient. Finally, Dexter announced it was time for the unveiling, for the spider, for Kumo to make its appearance. We were all excited as we assembled outside the workshop, but there was a nervous energy in the air that day. It was about as cold as it ever gets in LA, but the shiver that passed through us when he told us it was time was something else entirely. Dexter told us the actors would see it first. He
Only
gave
I
no
could
reasoning
turn
for this,
faster.
and silenced the outcry from a couple of the crew with a vicious glare. He then gathered up the cast and, with Brandon leading them, took them through a small door in the side of the workshop, and they disappeared inside. I've thought back over those minutes so many times, trying to decide
Rabbits,
if I'd heard
tennis,
or
and
seen
left,
anything that might
right
have
game.
explained what happened inside that building.
Fantasy football.
But in the end, I have to admit that I didn't. Minutes
Nerd.
passed, then half an hour, as we waited impatiently for Dexter or the others to return. It seems like a sick cosmic joke
Say that with love.
that was the day the press broke the news of Neil Ligorio's death. Half an hour after the cast walked into that building, one of the grips stumbled across the news story whilst idly checking his phone. Ligorio had been privately suffering from Parkinson's for almost a decade, and had been bedridden in his Connecticut home for the last year. We knew then that whatever was going on inside that building, it was not Neil Ligorio debuting a new animatronic creation. Once again, all eyes turned to me. I'm still not entirely sure what I saw on the other side of that door. I probably saw nothing, like the cops who arrived shortly afterwards. The place was entirely empty after all, just as the rumours had always said.
It is D&D for Jacks.
But I wouldn't be here talking to you if I thought that was true, now would I?
It's D&D for
'Cause I
people who
remember that
like
first
football.
moment. That instant of looking up when I first entered. I saw it, perfectly interwoven, with 100 cocoons writhing and dangling, stretching out far above me. And in its centre, those black and shining eyes that focused on my entrance. The legs that worked so fast as to be a blur, the fangs that dripped their poison onto Dexter Banks. Then, in a moment, it was all gone, scuttling up and into nowhere, pulling its impossible web behind it. I never knew how to describe my relationship with Dexter, and I still don't. How he was complicit and how much he was simply caught in his own neuroses and fears, I don't know. I know
Oh
he
my
didn't
God.
deserve what happened to him.
Hi, Katie. Oh my God.
I found the book, by the way, and I burned it. And if I ever track down the man who used to own it, I might just burn him too. Stamen hens. I think Alexia might be a bit too late for that. I mean, I think it sounds like a Jürgen Leitner book about spiders. Glad John didn't have to read this one anyway. I know he's not a fan. Although this one wasn't too bad, actually. Anyway, this is, I suppose, one explanation for the disappearance of Dexter Banks, along with almost 100 cast members back in 2012. There's not a lot I can really add that hasn't been already dissected by 100 different tabloids, magazines, and mystery shows. Even the arachnid angle has been covered, as it seems that when we weren't a lot of help, Alexia Crawley told her full story to the press. She was not treated kindly and refuses to discuss the events any further. Poor thing. Yeah, but Basira did manage to get hold of a few things from recent LAPD files that haven't been released to the public yet, though she's a bit cagey as to how she got them. Apparently, over the last 5 years, every February a corpse is found washed up on Redondo Beach. It'll be a shriveled husk with all moisture and internal organs apparently removed. These corpses are usually unidentifiable.
Don't feel
but
too bad.
The one that washed up last year was
I never want to
confirmed
do
to be
anything.
Chadwick Fraser, an aspiring actor who went missing in 2012 and whose IMDb page lists a final credit for Widow's Weave.
Widow's Weave.
That's it. Now, that doesn't make sense. Can he even do that?
I don't know. I guess so.
I mean, so what? He can just reach into your head and put something in there?
I don't know. I guess so.
I mean, does it even have to be a true thing? Do we know for sure he's not lying? Like magically lying?
I don't know.
Right. Sorry. It's a lot to take in, you know?
Mostly for Melanie, yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. Sorry.
Look, I'm not
Reach
the one
out
you
and
need.
touch Melody.
We can't just ignore it.
Well, yeah, but what do we didn't even know that was something he could do. What if there's other stuff he could do to us?
We are not letting him get away with it.
I didn't say that.
Look, Martin, I know you care. I know you do. But caring isn't enough. You can't just stand next to someone with a cup of tea and hope everything's going to be alright.
I can put the yarn
That's
in there.
not fair. You don't even know me.
Prove it. We need to do something. Because if we just let him...
Oh, hi. Hey, Melanie. Can I get you a cup of tea?
Martin,
So
please.
she told you, then.
We need everyone if we're going to have any chance.
Yeah, I often just
What
don't
about
want to
Tim?
do shit.
Tim is...
I'm lucky I'm streaming it all
Elias
right
is
now.
watching him too closely.
He's probably watching me too.
We could try the tunnels. John says they might help.
Right.
Or maybe when he's not paying attention. Distracted, like during your performance review.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, what?
Well, I was heading out and, Martin, you remember you knocked over that huge stack of papers?
They shouldn't have been there in the first place. Besides, I cleaned them up.
But not in the right order. And when I brought them up to Elias yesterday, he asked why they were messed up.
You didn't tell him it was me.
It's not the point, Martin. The point is...
He wasn't watching you.
He's into Magic
busy.
D&D.
Yep.
Oh.
Hang on.
Not here, the tunnels.
Right. Melanie, I'm really sorry that... I'm just sorry.
Yeah.
The Magnus Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial
go
Share
change
Alike
the
4.0
episode.
International License. Today's episode was
Excuse
written
me,
by Jonathan
1 second.
Sims and directed by Alexander Jane.
110. I
To
need to go
subscribe,
to
view
111.
associated material or join our Patreon, visit
The
rustyquill.com.
family business.
Rate and review us online.
Billy Hindle here.
Into mysterious alien abductions of the Audible original.
There we are.
Rusty Quill presents.
You
The
played
Magnus
football? I didn't know you
Archives.
played football. I learned something new today.
Episode 111. Family Business.
The family business. Damn, 6 years, brother? That's crazy. Wow. Oh, you guys, don't look at the panties. I gotta put the panties away. Don't look at them. No, stop it. Don't look. Can't look at those. Those are secret. Those have to be secret. You can't look.
Right, so I...
Okay, all gone now. Goodbye,
Read things.
panties.
Here's the last page.
Good luck. Okay.
That is a
No, I'm not
state.
staying.
Not in front of my
Keep an eye on
salad.
me.
It's not a... Trevor doesn't like using the book. I
One
don't
skate.
either. Makes me feel off. Dead should stay dead.
So, I mean, why keep it around?
Because sometimes talking to the dead can stop you joining them. Come on, Julia.
Just give us a nod
That's
when
a
you're done.
boot. Das
Sure.
Boot.
Sure.
Oh, what did I do? Why did I put that over?
Right.
Das Boot.
Okay.
Er,
His consciousness faded in and out like the tide. He tried to refuse their drugs, though for what purpose even he could not have said. Perhaps he was simply trying to push away the smell of disinfectant and grief that rose from his hospital bed.
getting the stinky.
She was there sometimes, the one he had followed around the world. There was almost sadness in her eyes. He felt himself begin to slip, the icy certainty of what was happening seeping through his flesh, and as he fell away for the final time, he felt that all-consuming
Live in the
fear,
sink.
and his only thought was to cry out for his mother. But with
My
the last
mother.
vestige of his stubborn will, he refused.
Oh, fuck me. Where am I gonna put the books?
She would not claim his last moment.
Shit.
He was silent. And so, Jared Key ended.
Wish they'd let me turn the books around.
Jared?
This is not how
Jared
books
Key.
work.
You're new. Did you kill them?
That's my books. Just
Hunters
go in a stack
Had
like
book,
this.
Are they dead?
No.
Then piss off.
God, how
Told
many
them I'm not talking.
fucking
what?
books are there?
Bloody monster manual. I'm done.
Oh, was that it?
mean, that's not what this is.
Nerd jock
They
played
didn't
baseball.
hand me
Oh,
over
I
for you to
played
use
I
like
played
I'm a
t-ball.
bloody dictionary wrapped in
I
a
never
special
played
box.
baseball though. T-ball.
Yeah.
In
Like
my
I
books.
said. You got a cigarette?
Oh, yeah.
No. Cigarettes is bad for
smoke?
you. You cannot
I
smoke
guess
that.
not.
You're dead anyway, bro. You can't smoke that.
Nice lighter. You a spider freak then?
What? Oh, no,
Butt
I
plug.
never really thought of it. I'm John. I'm with the Magnus Institute. I'm the archivist.
Wallpaper.
When did she die?
About a year after you did.
Was it peaceful?
No, no.
No.
Good. Don't think she would have wanted that. God, I can't imagine her dying in bed. So you're the new guy then? Following in her footsteps?
I mean, some of them, they don't exactly lead where I thought they would.
Yeah, she was like that.
I'm trying to stop the unknowing.
Got more toilet papes.
She
There's a
didn't
l-
manage it then.
That's a lot. Oh no,
before
that's a
she,
cup. My bad. I thought that was
I
toilet
need your
paper.
help.
Do you now?
She thought she'd found a way to stop it, I think. If anyone knows what that was, it's you.
No.
What? Why not? If it happens, if the circus...
Yeah, the world changes in horrible ways. For you. I'm a book.
You can't be serious.
I'm dead serious.
Get it? Cause he's dead. Ha!
It hurts being like this. And it's not like any pain you can feel when you're alive. It hurts to exist. To be dead and still here. And those two want to keep me like this so I can answer questions about their Dracula of the week. So no. Help me or you go to your little apocalypse with nothing.
Wet wipes.
Fine. What do you want?
I want to go away. I want you to take my page and burn it.
I can't do... They'd know. They'd kill me.
Tear it out and take it then. Do it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
but if they check the book...
Guess you better hope they don't.
Jared, please.
You want answers, you tear up my page now. So I know you can't back out.
Son, he is
Okay.
hardcore.
Okay.
Ready?
Stuck in the field, and then my Achilles heel is a really important part of the game. Oh no. I was never really good as
There.
Thank you.
because I had the
You probably killed me.
bad
Hang on,
knee.
so bad?
and I
Staying
had
dead that sucks.
the
Well, these nuggets of wisdom are certainly
asthma.
worth it so far.
Relax, they won't notice.
So,
Okay. You got questions?
just one. How do I stop the unknowing?
No, I don't know.
What?
Oh, okay, I don't
How
know
do you-
exactly.
How do you stop the
but
other?
me and
Oh, I
Gertie
don't
were
know.
all over tracking clowns and skinwalkers, trying to find a
I
way
did
to
all
mess it
this
up.
for
I
nothing,
didn't find much,
bitch.
but Gertrude, she figured a few things out. She reckoned it could be delayed, but nothing we could do beforehand would actually stop it properly. Even the dancer could be replaced, but once it starts, then it might be vulnerable.
Vulnerable to what?
I don't know.
Oh, God damn it.
But she did say she thought she had something that could do it.
What?
Well, not long before I ended up in the hospital, she told me that if something got her first, there's a storage unit on an industrial estate up near Hainault. She said she rented it under the name Jan Kelly and hid a key for it somewhere in the archives.
Oh, I think I found that.
Well, it's in that storage unit. Whatever she thought might disrupt the ritual, stop the unknowing, that's where it'll be.
But you don't know what it is.
No. When I asked her, she said she'd show me when we got back to London.
And then
Mind
she
you, had this
didn't
weird look
make
in her
it.
eyes, like it was some kind of joke.
I mean, it wasn't. What was it? A joke?
I don't think so. Gertrude didn't make jokes.
Well, worst case scenario, I suppose I continue to have nothing.
I guess. So, you're the archivist now.
So,
Whatever that means.
what you doing this
Can't tell me
week,
much there.
Hottie with Hottie?
Gertrude was always kind of
That's what it
cagey.
sounds like he was about
She
to
never
say.
showed any abilities or talked about.
He was about to flirt with him,
destiny.
like,
Like
"So what
she
you
was
doing?
becoming something.
You got my my page now, baby boy."
Well, she could make people tell her stuff sometimes. They suddenly get really talkative and lay out whatever she needed. She didn't do it often, though. I don't think she liked it.
Oh, I can do that too.
Right. Do you like it?
I don't know. I never really thought about it. Yes, I suppose I do.
Hmm.
Did she read statements?
Sometimes. If she was getting shaky. They perked her up, I think. Feeding the eye, you know. I'd sometimes hear her through the wall, just reading into the air, feeling it all.
She didn't use a tape recorder?
Not when I was with her. She travelled light. Left things behind.
Kind of sounds like you didn't trust her.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to. I really did, but it was always the work. Sometimes she just reminded me of my mum. Did you ever meet her, my mum?
Not in person. It was only by reputation.
All right, now I just got the outside
She
shit.
was also goal-orientated, ruthless. But at least Gertrude tried to do something worthwhile with it. My mum only had her ambitions. She'd never have even admitted it, though. She was too proud for that. She
Hey,
thought
I
herself as a
did
real
it.
working class. Always said the occult was just a club for rich boys playing politics with things they didn't understand. Reckoned her tradition was less the academic and more the,
Village witch?
You sure you don't know her? Yeah. But deep down what she wanted wasn't all that different from the Ivory Tower idiots she hated. You know, I think, secretly, she dreamed of starting a little mystic dynasty of her own. With me.
Like the Lucases or the Fairchilds?
Well, Fairchild's is just a name. They're not really family. The Lucases, though, yeah. Thing is, it's harder than it looks. What's out there doesn't care about blood.
Well, I mean, except for the vampire.
Yeah, obviously, except for the vampires.
Oh my
They
god,
care
dark
about
it
your
is.
choices, your fears, not your parents. Families are just useful because they can push you in the right direction. And the Lucases are very good at that.
And I imagine they're not reluctant to remove any members that might put that legacy at risk.
Right. You know, for a group that worships the power of loneliness, they never seem to have any problems breeding or finding spooky singles to marry them. Just one of those things, I guess. But most times you try to put your descendants on the path to worship, it doesn't go great. Just takes one stubborn heir to freak out about the truth and the whole thing comes crashing down.
And that was you.
Yeah.
Turns out not everyone grows up caring about power and knowledge like my mum. What happened? I tried to abandon her. I see. Do you want to make a statement? Why not? I'll try to make it quick, before the Van Helsings get bored. Right. Right. Statement of Jared Key, deceased, regarding the death of his mother, Mary Key. Statement taken posthumously from subject June 30th, 2017. Statement begins. My mum spent her whole life feeling cheated. She used to tell me with a kind of sneer that destiny is for lords, and I think in her own way she actually believed that. You know, she felt we weren't important enough for a destiny, but she never forgot that she came from a noble house in Von Klosen, all wrapped up in mystery and power. At least that's what my mum believed. I was never able to find much on them, at all. Nothing that would say there was anything special about them, except, you know, maybe their connection to the Magnus Institute.
Pretty!
Jonah Magnus. But she'd never accept that. To her, her ancestors were these powerful sages of terrible gods, and their destinies stolen from them by an idle dilettante. At least that's how she told it to me. I remember that Jürgen Leitner was the first man I ever really hated. I'd never met him, but that was the name on the books that my mum spent all her time reading. And half the time when she actually looked at me, it was to teach me about one of them. She idolized him, I think, almost as much as she despised him. She thought he'd managed what she always dreamed of, using these entities without being bound to them.
Not that the yarn
I think she saw him as some kind of sorcerer. So she studied those books that she could find, but she always came back to this one, this unnamed catalogue of the trapped dead.
Ooh, that sounds
It was her
fun.
first, she always told me, and would probably be her last. I never knew my dad. Not really. He worked in the archives like you, but quit once I was born. I think he wanted to help raise me. But Mum didn't need the help, and after me she wasn't able to have kids again, so she killed him in his sleep to practice her bookbinding. I guess she failed. I always thought he was in here, but when I eventually got a hold of it, there wasn't a page in there. She did her best to look after me and bring me into this world she inhabited, but she wasn't a caring mother or a skilled teacher. My struggling at her lessons infuriated her. I mean, looking back now, I can see that her knowledge was basic at best. I was a kid. I could only try
I'm
to avoid her
listening
temper
to
and
the
learn weird lessons,
Magnus
writing out
archives,
nonsense and pretending I understood paradoxes
and
that most adults
I'm
couldn't handle.
just kind of fucking around with
We
this
traveled
van game.
Between her day job as a rare bookseller and her vocation,
I don't really know
It
how I
wasn't often we
feel
stayed in
about
London
it
for more than a
though,
month.
honestly.
we met with things that almost made me throw up. I was so afraid.
I think I'm gonna beat it
She talked to them
pretty
like old
soon.
friends. It was awful.
Put all the
but I
books
suppose
in the
many ways
corner.
it worked. Whenever I tried to run away, the real world seemed so ignorant. I could never be a part of it.
I put my plants over.
So I did my best to find my place
Oh,
within
yeah.
my mum's world. As an idiot teenager, I hunted Leitner's books with the best of them. I even found a few. I'd bring them home and watch her eyes light up. But it was always the books that she was happy to see.
Yeah.
Eventually,
But it's a van.
I grew old enough and wise enough to see her obsession for what it really was. Hubris. She lived just carefully enough not to be destroyed by
It's
the
very
things she
cozy.
studied, but that was it.
But I'm not
The
like
things out
the
there,
most
they weren't like
cozy
taming
person,
fire.
so
They couldn't be contained or used for
I'm just
light
kind of
or
like,
warmth. The best you could hope for from them would be that they don't spot you. And instead my mum chased after them, obsessed with others who had tried to stare at them without being blinded. You know, Flamsteed, Smirk, Leitner. Idiots who destroyed themselves chasing a secret that wasn't worth knowing. And the worst thing was she marked me as a part of that, without my understanding or consent. Our relationship,
I think
such
I'm
as
just
it
trying to
was,
beat it at this
quickly
point.
went downhill. But I never managed to leave. I just couldn't bring myself to finally cut that cord and abandon her, no matter what she said. And I think she knew that. I think she knew she had me trapped. But it was a hollow victory. She also knew that I wouldn't continue her work. That whatever destiny she had tried to write for the Von Klosen line died with her.
I think that might have been what finally pushed her to do it. To try and take full control of the book.
Oh.
I remember the smell when I came back to the shop that day. The heavy blood smell.
I don't really think I played Slime Ranch. I think I tried, but I got bored.
She'd hung on that old fishing wire laced between the shelves, and she was on the edge of passing
I'm probably
out.
gonna beat this game in like
She wouldn't stop
one sitting.
She wouldn't give in. She thrust a razor blade and a marker pen at me and begged me to help her finish. Everything was red. Every possible shade of dark and wet and drying crimson. I turned to run, but I slipped, fell to the floor, and I crawled, panicking, down into the street. I managed to stagger to a coffee shop across the road, and I just sat there in shock until the police arrived. Between the blood on my clothes, eyewitnesses who saw me leaving, and the fact that the mutilations were so awful, the judge said it was inconceivable to suggest they were self-inflicted. It seemed like an open and shut case. And honestly, there was a part of me which thought a life in prison was an alright price for freedom. Trouble was, whatever ritual my mum tried to do, it worked. She had bound herself to the book and was able to manifest almost at will. How she removed it from police custody, I don't know, but it left enough of the other evidence contaminated that my case was judged a mistrial. I was later told there wasn't enough evidence to charge me again. Apparently several witnesses had withdrawn their testimony. I wasn't going to be imprisoned, but I was a long way from free. She was waiting for me when I got home. The half-finished ritual had left her damaged. She was powerful, but
very pretty.
Erratic. Of course, she blamed me for her new state.
I can imagine that
Said
happening.
if I had helped her, she would have been completely beyond death. But as she wasn't going anywhere.
What a really nice man.
For the next 5 years,
look at
she
this.
haunted my life. I did what she asked, but whenever her form faded for a few days, I would
Can you
take what
imagine
little
living in a
revenge I
van this
could.
big?
I burned books, I covered leads, occasionally fled somewhere I thought it would be hard for her to follow. And in the end, it was Gertrude who saved me. She came to me when I was desperate, nowhere to go. And she offered to help. I just had to make sure I took the book while my mum was fading and brought it to her, and then she would free me. I didn't really believe her, I don't think, but I did it anyway. When she returned the book to me a week later, the pages burned and mangled. I think I actually cried with relief.
I know there's a drawer.
I never even considered that my mum might have taught Gertrude how to make pages for it before she was destroyed.
There it is.
I think you know the rest. I joined Gertrude's work for a few years. Didn't realise how ill I was until it finally caught up with me. Then I died. I think I finally understand why she brought me back. I just don't understand why she left me behind.
I don't know what this is.
What was
Double-decker camper, yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
goes in there.
I'm sorry,
That's
I
cool.
know a lot about what Gertrude did, but I don't really know why she was doing any of it, or what her intentions were.
Oh, that's neat as shit.
Same as you, I think.
Stopping the unknowing.
Not just the unknowing. All of them.
There are more rituals.
That's what she said.
What do they do?
I mean, they change the world. They make it new.
An apocalypse.
Kind of. How much do you know about these things? You know, the eye and that.
I don't. They're malicious. Many consider them godlike, and they have the power to affect the world in unnatural ways, but they cannot directly exist within it, so they rely on avatars or servants that they corrupt, and sometimes monsters that they create. They use their power in ways small enough to stay hidden, and I think they feed on our fear.
No, they don't feed on it. They are it.
My wife!
What do you mean?
I mean what I said. These things, these forces, They are our fear.
Hi, wife.
Fear's
No,
primordial, always looking for ways to grow and spread.
But that doesn't. I mean, it
What?
doesn't make.
Okay, so you thought it was just coincidence that unknowable alien consciousnesses from beyond
I'm
our
streaming.
universe just so happened to basically
What
be
did
all
you
the
say
things
was
we're
itchy?
terrified of.
Oh, that is not what I heard.
How?
No idea.
Yeah.
Smarter people than me have died trying to figure that one out. I mean, maybe they
Yeah.
appeared out of nothing the first time something felt afraid. Maybe they're older than that, and they just got inspired by all
My
the
wife
things
is
we
here,
dread.
chat.
Did they make themselves from
For
our fears,
my
or are they
wife.
why we're afraid? I really don't know.
Say hello to my
Not
wife.
everything they do inspires fear.
And if you're having an omelette for lunch, not every moment is spent eating the omelette.
Leah says,
Some
hi,
things
wife.
take preparation, especially if, you know, your spatula has a bit
You
of
are
free will.
wife.
And sometimes I think bits of them just
I am, and I'm
ooze
listening
into the
to
world
Magnus.
without any purpose at all. Or
I
sometimes
don't fucking
there's
care. What are they gonna do?
Fears change.
I can't
The fears
monetize
are
anyway.
Punch you in the dick.
Yeah.
Rez says, hi, Koru.
Others are deeper than that.
Ray
When
says,
our fears
hi.
change, so do these things.
Loki
But
says,
it's not
hi.
Gertrude reckons they've basically been the same since the Industrial Revolution. She
I
and my
think
mum
it's
both
funny
like to
that
follow
you're
Hold on.
Satan's list of 14.
Continue.
I think it's funny that you're Van-Lyfe
Why?
when your sister-in-law is a Van-Lifer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I just think that's
That
funny.
is really funny. Leo also says hi. Hi. Everybody say hi. Hi, Koru. How you doing, Koru? I don't know. That's why I asked. That is
I'm okay.
not helpful.
I literally fell asleep multiple times while I was working today, while I was actively sewing, and people were talking to me.
How did you...
I don't know.
Oh, wait. Let me bring Corey on screen because Corey's talking. How are you going to fall asleep while they're talking to you?
I think it's more, how do you fall asleep while you're sewing?
I mean, if you're good enough, I suppose. If you get good.
Eye is weird, but he's winking it.
What? Don't say his eye is weird. He's self-conscious.
Oh, he just.
Why you tell him his eye is weird? It's a little gooey. He do be licking. Lamb, lamb, lamb. This is a fucking He is a baby cat. Where am I? Where's my body? I don't know where I am.
Where?
Why is my shoe backwards? Ah! Bucket hat. It's a wisp hat. It's a frau. It's a frau. Like wisp. He got a big stretch. He got one big stretch. That's the sound of
What's
a
that
fig.
box?
What's what box?
Or
Box.
who?
Oh, they threw all the boxes on the ground. They threw like little kitten fits. I don't know. It's something. Oh, hi, kitty. Oh, he's so fucking cute. He breathing on. I sure do love when he breathe on me. Love when he do a breath. I'm sorry, do you not love it when our cat breathes? Would you rather our cat not breathe?
That's not what I
fucking
said.
weirdo.
Wow.
Wow.
That's not what I said.
Wow. Can't believe you would not want our cat to breathe.
I said.
I love when cats breathe. Sorry, I had to. I know. That was one of those times I absolutely had to. I had to say. I can't. Candles everywhere. Apparently, I just have 5 million fucking candles.
Candles.
Yeah,
It's
apparently.
a fire hazard.
On a van. Yeah. This is gonna do. I'm gonna hit one really bad patch of land, and these candles are gonna set flame.
You're gonna hit a pothole and explode.
Yeah. You don't want those conflicting scents? No, I would love those conflicting scents. I don't know what you're talking about. Love conflicting scents. Aw, man. Love a conflicting scent, don't you? All this yarn daddy. What do you do? Look at all this yarn daddy. Oh my god. So much yarn. Aw, Loki.
Oh, you were in such a serene little meadow.
I know. I hate this game.
Oh, isn't it supposed to be?
It's not.
Okay.
I can't turn anything.
Oh.
It is.
Oh, I see. You have to completely rotate the world.
It doesn't matter because it's stuck like this. So, fucking, it lives like this now.
Is there actually a way to turn it? Or
I
can
don't.
you not turn it?
I don't know. Okay. If I knew, I would do it. And I don't know how. All that did was turn the world. Going back through the door. I'm just trying to beat this game at this point. I'm just...
How do you beat the game?
Finish it.
Finish decorating?
Yeah, there's several... Yeah. I'm just trying to get through. A lot! They destroyed the house. I tried the scroll wheel. It does this. Hot. Good. Blech. This go? Where does this go? Where? You know what? You can just go right there. Frankly, I don't give a damn. You can live right there. See if I give 2 toots.
2 toots?
2 toots! Toot toot. Beep beep. I'm gonna put the toaster on the table. Does that make sense? No. Do I care? No. 2 toots. Why won't you let me put stuff on the shelves? These are shelves. Ma'am. Sir.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. I think that these look cute up here. Maybe I want to eat jam in bed. Maybe I like having a cup graveyard. Well, it's too late. I have a cup graveyard. They live upstairs with my tea kettle. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh Christ. Oh no. Oh no. Get in that drawer. This game, it's so inconvenient. I hate it. Get in the sink.
Is that a little immersion blender?
Yes. My little guy. Oh, I want to put it up here and it will not let me! I cannot stop in time. You do not understand. I need to finish. I need to complete.
Do you?
Yes. I don't fucking know. 'Cause it just needs to get done. I'll finish it and then I'll never have to play it again.
Ow. I'll play it.
Yeah, good. You play it. Good. Excellent. It's I hate cozy games. It is deep. It's as deep as it can possibly get. Me and cozy games don't really get along. Hi, kitty. Yeah. I'm not a cozy person. Oh, I'm gonna leave my books out. It's gonna annoy people. Here we go.
I put them on the stairs.
I'll put you on the stairs. Won't go on the stairs. Look at my books. Books are just out. They're gonna get rained on. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh Christ. Look at my books. They're just out. Put my toiletries out too. Put my cat stuff out too. Oh no. Chaos. Chaos time.
House.
It's chouse time. Time for chouse. We've reached the chouse part of the game. Start throwing. Why does my cat have a leash? It's just running around outside. Like, it doesn't need a leash. Hello? Ooh. Is this it? Tick. Maybe you just like cozy games because of chat. GameStop games that make you yell. Yeah. Well, they like it when I yell. It's weird. On the bed. Oh no! And cat food on the bed. Oh, why is this glove on the bed? Oh. Why the glove on the bed? I don't know. Oh, the litter box cannot be on the bed.
Or can it?
No, it's gotta go under
Oh, that's a bridge too far.
That's a bridge too far, okay? I refuse. I refuse to let that be on the bed. What did you do? Got moist towelettes. Mushy! What have you done, Mushy?
Like, the little cute stretch thing, but it was not positive.
Mushy. Got a guitar. Well, because litter is just a bridge too far. Just a bridge to Terabibia too far. Can't do it. I just can't. My scribbibbles gotta go down.
Is that why that book was sad? Because the litter box was on.
Yes! The litter box can't be on the bed. We don't talk about that movie. I know. It was a bridge to Terabibia too far. And then I end up moving the stuff off the bed anyway. Movie really snaps my rope. Rez! Woo! That almost got me. That would have sucked. Oh, don't talk about that. One time, Rez brought up the Atreyu thing with the horse, and it made me so sad. And now he's bringing up the rope, and that's making me sad too. Rez, why are you like this? Oh, I got makeups. Oh, what? There's so many. Makeup brush.
Okay.
You put things in a cup. I got an achievement putting shit in a cup.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I love getting achievements for cups. I see you pee. I'll put that on the
Give a
floor.
toilet?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because that's basically a big cup.
Oh no. You're so right, bestie. This is another cup. Can I put this up? I cannot put it. Can I put it in the drawer? Why can't I put you in the drawer? Can I put you in this drawer? Good. I think that's my toilet.
Yeah.
I don't want to put my toothbrush in that toilet. Please, Corey. Don't make me. I don't wanna. That seems like a bridge to Terabibia too far. I've made that joke already. I'm making it again. Oh no. Oh nar. Don't blame your wife. Well, why do I have a wife if not to blame them? What good are you if I can't blame you for things? What good are you for? Good use of AI I saw is a video where he was Atreyu and the horse walked out of the swamp and was fine. Oh, that's a good. Okay, I that is a good use of AI.
That's the only good use of AI.
Yeah. That's the only excusable use of AI. Dave, the horse. Peter, the horse is here. What good are you?
So, you know how this Lunar New Year?
What good are you?
It's the year of the horse. Every time we're like, hey, happy Lunar New Year, I was like, Peter, the horse is here.
Every time I say that, Corey dies a little bit. Peter.
In a good way.
In a good way. The horse is here. No, Corey really likes it when I say it. Oh my good god. Can I please get down here?
I like that round cat.
You would like that round cat.
It's round.
I'll touch it. It mooed. It was very happy that I touched it. And now I beat this level. Like I beat that ass. I might have one more level to beat. Look at that cat! Double decker, double decker. Alright. How about sit on that friggity frackin' chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, moosh. Yum 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 yum. Yum yum yum!
Yum yum yum!
Yum yum yum! Sit on the fucking chair! Yum yum! Yum yum. Yum. I don't wanna put this! keep picking up the wrong shit.
You do? I thought you were doing that for
Fucking crash it out.
crashing. Oh, she.
Oh, an iPad. Oh, that's a t-shirt. Oh,
An
it's a hat.
iPad.
I meant an iPad. Oh, that's a rug.
Huh. It really turned that rug.
Shut the fuck up.
It needs to be rotated.
I can't rotate
Oh my
it.
gosh, wait, is Uno called Uwu?
Can you shut up?
No.
I can't do these things you want me to do, wife. I don't know how. I will careful your asshole.
What?
You heard me.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
How was your chair brush?
From what I drank, it was pretty good. I'm hungry.
Yeah, same.
Oh my god, there's a whole drawer! I didn't even
I
realize.
left you an egg salad sandwich. Didn't eat it.
Nope.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know who made that. This drawer is also empty. Oh, panties! Nobody look.
Everybody look.
No, don't look at my panties!
Oh, don't look.
Don't look. Don't look. Don't look at my panties. Put those away. Nobody's allowed to look at the panties. Panties is gone. I'm glad everybody was in ad hell because there were panties and I didn't want you looking at them. You freaks. Welcome back. Put the panties away. Nobody No! No, the gloves is too many. Don't look at the panties. There. Away. Can't look at that. It's against the law. What? It's against the law, Corey. And I said the law. Oh, to the law.
To the law.
I am the law. We're adults here. No, don't look. You not look. I said no.
Yeah.
EA Sports. Taste the flavor.
What?
Heard me.
Oh, that's not correct.
You're not correct. I'll put that next to my boot. Ah! No! I didn't mean to pick that up. I missed the panty raid. You will all miss the panty raid. There is no panty raid for any of you. You don't get to have a panty raid. You're grounded. You're all grounded from the panty raid. You heard me. I said it. Grounded. Officially. Fuck. I hate this. God, it's so annoying. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna put some random ass shit. Oh, I can't even fit that in there. Put this in here. Okay, that's a secret fish. Secret fish. Can't fit. Live right there. But are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I don't know. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Are you? You're Mr. Krabs, Corey. Well, I want you fat. Get your fat ass in there. I want the butt plug go in there. I don't understand.
That goes in a special drawer.
I don't understand why the butt plug won't fit. Don't you understand why the butt plug won't go in there? Yeah, the emotional support fish is in the drawer. Sometimes, don't you just wonder why the butt plug won't? I think we all kind of wonder sometimes. I'm gonna put the SPF over there. Why? I don't know. Because I fucking said so. Can I put this in the oven? I'm just gonna shove that in the oven. Why? I don't know. Because I said so. Panties are off limits, but the butt plug. Hey, listen! The butt plug is not off limits. But the panties are, okay?
Hey, yo!
The panties is off limits. It's just how it is. That's right, Fizzy. Panties is off limits.
How do you spell that?
Spell what? Panties? Panties. Yeah, Fizzy, panties.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to play Overwatch. Cozy.
Oh, I'll be done with this soon. I don't know if I'd want to play Overwatch, though. I know. I don't have to.
Damn.
I know, beach.
Look, I can.
I know, I put that there.
You didn't put it here for me.
I did not put that there for you. But I did put it there. Look, I'm putting stuff in the refrigerator.
Like butt plug?
No, the butt plugs don't go in the refrigerator. I mean, it could go in the refrigerator if it's so decided. Oh, the panties are off limits. Yeah, yes. You know the panties could go in the refrigerator if they wanted to. I can't attest to that. They might not. They might not go in the refrigerator. I don't know. Oh my god. Where am I gonna put this coffee machine? Oh god, I put too many things on all too many places and I did not think this through.
A coffee machine?
I don't actually know if that's what that is. I don't know shit about shit, dog. I'm gonna put it backwards because I don't know how to turn things around. I have a whole ass... Excuse? Oh, it would... I probably have to close that first. Why can't I put you in here? You're flat. I don't understand. You know what? Fuck you. Sit on the floor. You're grounded. You live on the floor now. Why is there another thing? This is where my pencils live. I hate it here. I don't know what this is. Why are there so many machines? That's a pumpkin. My headphones are dying. I need to beat this before my headphones die. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I can't hear anything anymore. Oh, no. Oh, nar. My headphones have died. Move, cat. Move your fat ass, kitty. Pick that up. I'll pick that up, too. Move. Oh, good boy. Good boy moving your fat little kitty cat ass. I think this might be the last one, so let's try to beat it. Okay, please be the last one. Give him CPR. I'm trying. I'm not a nurse like you. Did I beat the game? Did I do it? I think I might have beat the game in the time that it took me my headphones to die. I think I did it. You'll always remember how far you've come. You completed the game! I did it! I beat it in 2 hours and 30 minutes! I speed ran the game! Yay! Have you tried bringing them back to life? What? My headphones? Well, they died. So no. Boom shakalaka. Boom boom boom. We did it, boys. We have completed game. Bring me back to life. Oh boy, I sure did beat this game and will never touch it again. I did it.
I will. I'll poke at it.
Corey will play it and I will never ever touch it ever again, ever. So, if you're watching this VOD, know that I did a playthrough of this game one time. And I hope you enjoy the playthrough of this game. Yay! I speed ran this. Holy shit balls. I didn't mean to speed run it. I was just playing it. You know, I was just going through it. Well, this is why I can't play cozy games, because I literally I go through it so fast. Let's just be so real. Just me playing it, I just beat it fast. I get bored, so I just keep going. I'm just going. But you know what? It was cute for what it was. It was really cute. I would recommend it to people who like cozy games, who it's cute, but it was boring. It was very limited in what you can do, and I absolutely hated the turning, and you couldn't turn any of the items. The customization was very limited. You couldn't pick what you could customize. It was literally, it gave you some shit to put in, and it called it a puzzle. And so my review on this is it was not very fun. I'm sorry. It wasn't. What is there more to it? What's happening here? Is it? Yeah, no, it was that was it. I would not particularly recommend the game. I'm gonna see what creative mode is. Was it just, will it let you do more? Look. Let's look real quick. See what it does. Is it just you get to play the same thing I already did? Not really too hard into the I just want to get through it so I could see the I don't like that it didn't let you pick your item. Mid game, yeah. C minus. Well, I actually would put it at like a D. I would not play it again. Mostly because I can't. Okay, so creative mode, you can pick your own items. Story mode, you cannot. Can you turn the items? No. It's a little more. Yeah, D for do not play. I don't know. Look, butt plug. Oh, 2 butt plugs. 3 butt plugs. Oh, we're going for 4. That butt plug is different.
What? Oh boy.
Oh boy, that's a very different butt plug. We're getting wild tonight, baby. Yeah, even with this creative mode. There are games that are more fun than this. My leisure time on my phone. Look, I can put a basket of butt plugs. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Basket of butt plugs. My leisure time's more fun and more. I wouldn't waste my time playing this. It is what it is. I think I would play this. Don't forget the lube. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think this game has lube. That's the problem. Oh, they didn't even offer this in the regular game. Look at this. Look at this. What other products did they not offer us? Q-tips. We didn't get Q-tips in the regular game. Ugh. Rude. Rude of them. I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. I don't know who it's for.
Me.
Corey. I guess it's for Corey. Are you sure, Corey? Because I feel like there's something better for you to do.
A lot of things.
Yeah. I will say, I do. So annoying. Lemons. Yeah, don't do it, Corey. There's better games. There's better games out there. Like Power Wash Simulator. This is not for me. This is not for me. But what I will recommend to you guys is the Magnus archives. That I will recommend. I would say go listen to that because that is worth it. Pull up my iPad on my iPod for. You should go listen to that because that is a really, really good podcast that we were listening to this entire time, and I would recommend it 100%. That is what I think. Other than that, I think I'm done with my stream because Corey is home. I would like to eat some food. This game was boring. What wasn't boring was hanging out with you guys. No, what do you mean no? I mean, we're playing D&D. We're playing D&D tomorrow, and then I think after D&D, I'm playing Overwatch tomorrow. Yeah, just over 2.5. We were almost at 3 hours. We almost did 3 hours of this boring game. So I know. I'm sorry. I used to do much longer streams, but I'm trying to get back into longer streams. But I'm coming back from my hiatus. I am now officially back. And because of that, I am trying to get my stamina back up. Yeah, I gotta build my stamina back up because I've been gone for so long. I also worked 8 hours before I started the stream. Watch DD tomorrow, but we are hosting a party. That's okay. That's what VODs are for. My Twitch VODs will be up for 60 days. And then I also upload them to my YouTube and on my Discord. I have a YouTube ping that will tell you when I upload it to my YouTube. It's Katana-chan BT, where all of my VODs are. Jerk it till you work it, I say. That's quite a thing to fucking say. But so tomorrow at 3 p.m. or is it 2 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, I think it's 2 p.m. We'll be playing D&D. It'll be episode 36, I believe. We're going to be finishing up our combat. And then after that, I'm going to be playing Overwatch with Corey and Claudia, and I don't know if Rez is going to want to play. He doesn't really play Overwatch anymore, but he's welcome to if he wants to. And I think Bandit might be coming and playing with us, like chilling with you and everyone in chat. Thank you. That's our goal. Our goal is to create a place where you feel comfortable hanging out. That is my goal. At the end of the day, you know, cozy or not, I always want it to be a fun place. And That's just how I want it to be. Also, so I was thinking about what's Overwatch. I don't know, but I know it's a lot more fun with my friends. I know that much. I'll tell you this, Rez. I like every day I've been playing, we've been winning. A couple of times we lost yesterday, but other than that, we've been kind of kicking ass and taking names. Pretty good. Pretty good. Wish I was into Overwatch so I could play with you. So here's the thing: a lot of people aren't into it until they start playing with me, and then they're into it. It's pretty funny. I would have played today, but I had a really bad headache after work, so I really just could not do it. I needed to play something that was kind of dumb so that I could just listen to my podcast and talk to you guys and chill because my head is just hurting and I had to take something. I think we got through 4 or 5 episodes of the podcast, I think. Oh no, I don't actually know. I just know that I'm almost through episode 111. I would have liked to have gotten to 3 hours on my stream. Yeah, everything is more fun with friends. I stand by that religiously. All games are more fun with a friend, at least. I don't like playing Fortnite alone. I don't like playing Marvel Rivals alone, and I certainly don't like playing Overwatch alone. I like playing with friends. I do need to re-download the update for Fortnite. I haven't played in a really long time. And I think Rivals is updated, but I also haven't played in a while. I need to make a schedule for next week because I think Ben said he would teach me how to play Helldivers. Yeah! You can play Fortnite. I have an epic code for Fortnite because I used to play Fortnite a lot. I used to be somebody. I used to be somebody, and then I stopped fucking showing up, and I fell off the algorithm. That's very sweet of you, Leo. Thank you. I try. I try to be somebody. I don't know if I so much am anymore, but you know what? That's fine. As long as my friends are still here, that's all that really matters in the end. Code still works. It should still work. It should damn well still work. It should still just be Katana Gen, yeah? I just need to. My G Fuel code should still work, and my Epic Store code should still work. I mean, it's not like I fell off that hard.
I did.
Corey! You didn't fall off. Stop it. Oh, God. Man, okay. Oh, you know what? Before I leave, I'll just yap a little bit. Before I leave, I'm gonna make myself big so I can yap.
Everyone back up, Lord Yappington is here.
Lord Yappington is here. No, I got some slime today. I don't know if you've ever played with slime, but I got some slime in the mail. And I got a straw BB refresher, and it's a thick and what's it called? Like thicken something, I don't know. And it's nice and it's thick.
That's so thick.
It's so thick.
Thick and glossy?
Yes, thick and glossy. So it's kind of like silly putty, but not really. You would have to Google slime.
Except it doesn't stick to everything.
It doesn't stick. It doesn't stick. And then I also have I got a cloud one, which I'm gonna show Corey right now. I got the Easter one.
I smell it.
Yeah, smell it. Poke it.
Oh.
Don't eat it. It literally says don't eat it.
I know it's.
Pull it like that. It's cloud. You can't just like poke it.
Oh, that's not a real. Oh, bears are cute. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
You like my Tamagotchi? Thank you.
I want to eat it.
Don't eat it. But I get my slime from Peachy BB's.
Peachy babies.
Peachy BB's, and I'll take pictures of it so that you can get it. But I was playing with it a bunch earlier. I also got my little cute. I told you it was cute. Holds my thing. Yeah.
I'll hold your thing.
Oh. Okay. Yay! I'm glad that we are your peoples. Yay! Oh, I should update. Don't eat it. I got my updated model for Kenny. Yes, 90 kids, 90s kids. But I still can't.
90 kids.
90 kid, no. I still can't use it yet because Kenny hasn't updated yet. But Ray Hound is working on my new chibi model for Josh at. So that's something that we're gonna have soon. And once Corey throws money at Naori, who's my model mommy, maybe I'll finally have my debut soonish. And my birthday is coming up, April. My mic's quiet. It's because I went away from it. Sorry. April the 6th is my birthday, and that's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, my model mommy is named Naori. Very sweet. I'm still and Rez's birthday is the day before my birthday. So Rez's birthday is April 5th and mine is April 6th. So what we usually do is we usually celebrate his birthday and my birthday, and then we do like a joint thing. So I don't know what we're doing this year. I haven't talked to him about it yet. So I don't know.
Like Easter.
Oh fuck! What?
This is
No, Rez, your birthday runs on Easter this year. Oh. Stop it, you're still a streamer. Don't say that. If you're not a streamer, I'm not a streamer. Oh god, are we not streamers anymore?
I'm a streamer. Me with my no streams. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm poor too. I'm just lucky that my wife was working on a movie. I got lucky my wife was working on a movie. My wife is literally in my arms, by the way. Ray made the doodle bob that is in my arms. That's the type of character that my other thing is coming. If Rez isn't a streamer, then I'm not even a Twitch user. That's what I'm talking about. Rez is a streamer. I believe. It's like Tinkerbell. You have to believe. You must believe in Rez. And you must believe in me. We must believe in us. I can count my streams from the past 3 years on one hand. Oh my god. Can we not, don't say this about ourselves, shit. Your wife works on movies? That's what I want to do back. Yes, my wife is part of IATSE. My wife is a stitcher and a dresser and sews and a costumer at a Crimson Desert to comment back, and my dude did a backflip off a cliff and died.
Wow.
Wow, Ray. Wow.
That's impressive.
That is pretty impressive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's not fun. Pretty funny. Sorry, Rose. I need to laugh. I'm not laughing at your pain. Laughing a little at your pain. Laughing a little at your pain. I'm sorry. Anyway. I'm gonna go eat dinner. On that note, I should probably find somebody to raid. Please come back tomorrow, guys. Oh God, we're in a fucking ad.
An ad.
Yeah.
I nuzzled Loki.
Oh, I lost a follower. How did I lose a follower just by talking?
It was me.
Oh. It wouldn't be a Katana-chan stream if I didn't lose a follower for existing. Okay. Let's see. Ratchet. It was nice hanging out with everybody. I love you. Oh, Ben's streaming? Hold on. Where is he? There he is.
Clap, clap.
Clap, clap. Alright, I'm gonna hit the bye-bye, and then I'm gonna raid into to Soul, who is playing Marvel Rivals.
Bye, bye, bye.
I am waiting until we get out of ad hell first, though, because
this gonna ruin the tour.
This is gonna ruin the world tour. Damn. I'm sad that every fucking time I stream,
Oh my gosh, stop.
I lose a follower.
Stop it.
Like, I exist and I lose a follower. Like, what is wrong? Why do people hate me?
They don't. Oh my.
Like, it's not fair. It's like every time I open my mouth,
that's
man.
not.
It's true.
It's not true.
I stream and I lose followers.
You remember how expensive a flash drive used to be?
Shut up. I need to raid out. So fucking. I hate
Don't
this.
cry.
Well, it sucks. I lose followers every time I just exist. Ugh, sorry, I was just crying while you guys were gone. Sorry. I lost follower for just existing.
Oh my goodness.
Hate it. Damn it, I stream it. Wouldn't be a Katana-chan stream if it didn't happen, though. Ugh, okay. We're gonna raid bed. I waited for you guys to come back from Ad Hell. We're gonna raid over to Soul, who is playing Marvel Rivals. Please be kind and rewind. Do not be assholes. I trust all of you to be good. Don't worry. Be happy, and I will see you guys tomorrow for D&D. Love you very much, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.
Peace, sucker.